in the calendar of 2026. It's not your anniversary. It's not your wife's birthday. It is May 16th. And it's central London. Unite the kingdom. 4 nations, 1 kingdom. Bringing the UK together. Britain, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, even the Republic of Ireland are coming over. People are hitting London from all over the globe. They're coming to give us a voice. The world's alternative journalists, the world's independent media are coming. The entire globe is going to be looking at central London when we send a message. What is our message? We've had enough. We've had enough of betrayal. We've had enough of the replacement. We've had enough of mass immigration. We are proud British people. We will be silent no longer. We are coming together. We're uniting and we're celebrating who we are. You've made us feel ashamed. You've made us feel isolated for too long. We're not isolated. We are together. We are unified, and that will strike fear into the heart of the British establishment. They're losing. Their power's crumbling. They're tentacles of the totalitarian state, the media, the judiciary. It's all crumbling. The world is watching. Every government around the world is looking at Great Britain and laughing at them. So please come. There's an election before our event. Let Unite the Kingdom on May 16th be the date that the Labour government, Keir Starmer, that man that turned his courts on our people, he turned the media, he weaponised them. He imprisoned innocent mums. Innocent grandfathers died in those prisons. He weaponised it all to try and strike fear into the heart of the British public. It didn't work. It's lit a fire in our bellies. We're coming together. We're coming to London. We're coming peacefully. We're coming joyfully. We're going to sing. We're going to have a great day. We're going to have a celebration. It's wonderful. If you went last time, you know how good it was. Everyone who went last time, bring your friends, bring more family. Come to central London. It's happening on May 16th. May 16th will be looked back upon, as will September 13th. September 13th was the largest gathering Britain has ever seen. Ever. Ignore what the media say. It doesn't matter what they say. 66 million people watched our video. That's the most watched event. Forget Live Aid. Forget all of it. This is the biggest concert, the biggest celebration Britain's ever going to have seen. And it's happening on May 16th. You want to be able to tell your children, I was there. I was there during that cultural revolution. When Britain stood up, when the people come together, when the silent majority said no more, I was there. See you on May 16th. And we have put together a song, a track to celebrate it. Learn the words. Make sure you learn the words. So when it bellows out across our capital city, across the globe, because that's what's going to happen, you know the words, you can get involved. 4 nations, 1 kingdom, May 16th. May 16th, central London. The call goes out again. 4 nations, 1 kingdom. 1 voice that can't be silenced.
From England's heart to Scotland's hills, from valleys wide to Ulster's will, the drums are sounding, the call is near, for every patriot to gather here. 4 nations, 1 kingdom, together we rise. Beneath 1 flag under British skies, we will not bend nor compromise. 4 nations united before your eyes. Our voices thunder, our banners fly. 4 nations, 1 kingdom till we die. England, Central, Scotland, Central, Wales, Revere, Ulster, this is our land, our truth, our song. Together we stand, together we belong.
Hello. Help if I do not leave my microphone muted. How are you all? How are you all? I thought I'd mute my mic in case I know I'll play Tommy Robinson and I'll end up coughing. I'll sneeze. I'll mute my mic and then I forgot to unmute it. Come on, geese. How you doing? How you doing, Drew? How you doing? Hope you're well. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. So good. They named her 3 times. Ooh. Evening, Electrodoc. How you doing? Nikki's in the house. How you doing? Oh, Lisa's in the house. Good evening, ladies. Hope Nikki and Lisa are doing well. Hope you like my intro. I used it on a different video, and I was like, "Oh, that gets you going, doesn't it? Go on, Choppy, go on." So yeah, I can't say too much. Me heart. Don't have another heart attack now. Come on, let's not get too excited. But yeah, it was all good. But what we got going on? I see you were saying your hellos and that. Yes, I was muted. I was muted. Yes, I was. I forgot, didn't I? Not very wizard. Yep, you see, you noticed. Boom! Pouncy's in the house and beats and tapes. Boom, 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 boom. It's the evening. It's 7 p.m. We're going to go through some tweets from Rupert Lowe. And obviously, you can call in as well. You can call in. People want to come in and talk, then you can. As long as it's about what we're like talking about. Do you know what I mean? Don't want to start talking about Monday's dinner. You know what I mean? Nothing. Is it May the 16th video? His promo video. Played it at the beginning of a other live, and I thought that was really good. So I thought I'd do it again today. So, you know, just saves you a couple of minutes of having to listen to me and see me. Evening, Lisa. Why? Lisa, why? What? Why? Why? Lisa, why? Oh, that name could get you going. It's all good. It's all good. Let me fly through. Oh, he's on the Isle of Wight. He's on the Isle of Wight. Ooh. I got family on the Isle of Wight. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, yes, yes. How weird's that? How weird is that? I myself had fish fingers, new potatoes and vegetables, but my wife had 2 sausage rolls. Two. Yeah. She had moan later. She's got heartburn. Oh, happy days. Yes, you can, mate. As long as we're talking about Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain with his tweets today. Not what we spoke about earlier, so it's all good. So yeah. Free speech, happy days. As long as you don't talk like nuts, then everybody can have their say. So yes. Oh, you have in-laws in the Isle of Wight. What, you sent them over there? Send them over there. You got 2 as well. It must be. Do you have brown sauce? Or do you have red sauce for donkey purposes? I think they she got the box. I think they might even be the Great sausage rolls, ladies and gents. Wow. Knackered, now had a shower with the care worker. Oh, the care worker got in the shower with you, Pouncy. Do they get paid enough for that? Is that what they do now? They actually get in the shower with you. Oh, you lucky man. He's having a shower with a care worker. I know he didn't mean it like that. Yes, Greg's. And brown sauce, yes. Yeah, Mum has had brown sauce. Sometimes she has red, but she had brown sauce tonight. Yes. Oh, my God. It's not my missus pretending to be Elisa Y, is it? You're giving away the fact that he's had sausage rolls. Let me go downstairs and check on my missus, see if she's on her phone watching. Like, oh, yes, I'm Lisa Y. Sorry, I was undercover. Not really. But yeah, I thought it'd be a good thing to yeah. I thought I'd put a twist on it for you, Pouncy. Give you an LOL moment. Yep, if only Pouncy, yeah. She's probably like 4 foot wide and tall. Oh, you're in Kent. Yeah, not in Portsmouth then. No. But yeah, we've got I have to help. I don't know what order they I think I can put them in any order. So, but you know, we go through it, we read it, and we'll see what we want to say about it. I've got 4 tweets of his. If there's anything that you know about Rupert Lowe or Restore Britain, then put it in the chat. Happy days, we can discuss it. Yeah, we're going to be talking about these 4 tweets. So, if there's anything you want to say, you can either call in and have your say, or you can not call in and just say it in the chat. Either. So yeah, happy days. But one thing I was going to do, but I didn't do. I forgot. I have to see if I can do it now. I don't know. YouTube Studio. But yeah, I thought it'd be good to discuss it because There's not much going on in the world of advance at the moment, which is surprising. But I'm trying to change something, but I don't know it's going to let me because I'm already live. So, but let me know. It should, in theory, change the settings on the chat. But only in. So I've got it on now. So yeah, it did go on. So, oh, happy days! It went on. Lisa's cup is blown. Henry Glass's barbecue Jack Daniel's sauce is the best. Oh, very nice. I like reggae sauce, but you can't knock daddy sauce. Married to Spanish, so unless you're Spanish, nope. I'm not Spanish. I can't even speak Spanish. I wouldn't even have a clue how to pretend to be Spanish. And to be fair, my missus is a little bit older than I. So unless you're what is it now? I'm trying to think, that's a bit bad, isn't it? I think my wife's 61 now. Yes, I'm 49. Yes, work it out. Good evening, my wizards. Good evening, my wizards. I don't know why I don't like that CL, but why not? Give it the link then. I sound like Barry White. Oh dear, you're going to sing. Had your meds today? Funny enough, no, I have them at 9 o'clock. I did have some this morning actually, though, but not right now, Dazzler. I know. This is what happens. What I'm like at 7 o'clock, and I'll moan later that I can't get to sleep because I'll be buzzing because I'll be doing this. So it's all good. Reggae is good. Tell Toby, you got some good hair going on there, buddy. You'd fit well at here in Ibiza. Yeah. Wifey wants it cut. It's normally shaved around the back and sides. It's got to be done. They're supposed to have done it last week, and I was like, no, not in the mood. Makes me all itchy. But the back and sides, and then it all goes back, and then it gets plaited, or get a French plait. So yeah, my daughter cuts me hair. It's free. I can have it done when I like. So yeah, should have been done, but no. I've been ducking and diving out of it. Ducking and diving. Good evening, Wizard on the chat. Says up, cherries. Hope you well. Nicky says all good in the hood. Buenos nachos, gonkers womblius. That's a good one. I like that. That's good. But yeah, all one big wizard pan. Oh, you're around the other way. I'm 50 plus, but hubby is 70. Oh, you're around the other way. Yes, I'm 49. Wife is 61. So yes. 62 year difference. No, it's not. Sorry, what am I, Mohammed? It's 12 years difference. 11 and a half to be precise. So yeah, I can't dye it purple because I would have done for a giggle. It'd been a laugh, but everyone they suddenly think I'm part of the woke crowd. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, love knows no age. Brown sauce has to be HP. Oh, I do like HP. I like daddies and HP, but I find sometimes daddy gives me heartburn, which is weird. My wife's 61. I think I'm 52. She's a diamond, looks after me. How strange. I'm 49 and my missus is 61. Wow. How weird's that? Us lads going for the older ladies. Look. Yeah, I was about to say, like, you think I'm 52. Yeah, let me work it out. How old am I? Got chat out by a plenty of fish bird today. 75. That's 5 years younger than me, ma'am. Where the debate? There is no debate yet. We haven't started. 18 years for me, but we've been together 27 years. Blimey, heck, done well. Oh, there you go. 18 years difference. Blimey, done well. I thought I was quite impressive at 12 years difference, but oh well. You beat me on that, Lisa. So well done to you. Love knows no age unless he's 59, she's 6. So I had to say it. I know that's what went through my head when I said Mohammed. I was like, yeah, it's 59, she's 6. Yeah. And it's written in Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, or even Sahih Muslim, but you know. Yeah, I have memory probs. Just been told I'm 58. Classic. That's like your missus got memory problems, and you're actually 52. 16 years between us, together 16 years. Oh, there you go. See that 16-year gap, together 16 years. Well, there you go. See, people say about this age gap business, but it's a new fashion. It's a new fashion. Me and the miss have been together 25 years. Yeah. 26 years this year. Well, 27 years, sorry, because 999. 999. 999. 27 years we've been together. Married. That many. 18, 19 years. Something like that. Oh my God. Don't talking myself into a trap. Mrs. watches this. I'm like, well, you don't even know, mate. Paul, I don't think you want to debate, bro. My missus 3 months older than me. Oh, look at beats and tapes going for the older woman. That it puts all to shame. There we are. 18 years, 16 years, 12 years. No, mate. 3 months. Literally 12 weeks. Yes, it is, Pouncy. He's back. But we're talking about Rupert Lowe, so we might all be able to get along. The one and only. I am the one and only, said Paul. I have no one but my two kitties. That's an easy joke to say. It was a word about cats using the other word and saying that you got two and I got one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going there. Yes, Bouncy. Yep. I'm the youngest in here. Yay! To go 53 years this year. Blooming hell, Denise. 53 years together. That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. That's impressive, isn't it? Come here for debate. Well, we'll do. It depends if you're going to agree with Rupert Lowe or not. 29 for me, probably. What, 29 years together? Blimey. Blimey heck, blimey heck. See, like, I come out and I'm trying to tell you, I'm like 27 years, and oh, I'm 29 years, mate. Took her 2 minutes to diagnose you with verbal diarrhea. Yep, it did. I talked her into it. Pre boredom. She's like, oh, yeah, whatever, just do it. Okay, Paul, let's be civilized. Come on. Drew, how old are you? Who's the oldest in here? Don't know. What, same age as me, mate. You're born in 1976. Because obviously, well, 50 in May. What's the easy way to reply to people, please? Why at the time I've started typing, I've forgotten who I was replying to. But you can put at, use the at, and like say if it's to Drew, you put at, you put DR, and then it might come up Drew Lang, and then you can click on that and it'll be at to them. And then they'll see it because it comes up in orange for them. But you can always at them. I'm sure they can let you know in chat. Not that he wants to end the mobility scheme and limit universe credit cards and cuts. 57, 58 in August. Oh, it's in August. Yep, 76 kid. Cool. Well, well, May is my birthday, geez. So, you know, if yours is after that, then yes, you are younger than moi. Fair Drew, not to brag, but I'm 25. Oh, there you go. CL's taking it. 25, that's it. Half my age, nearly. Reformed by the NHS and did all benefits of insurance system. We're 41 years, longer than a life sentence. I know you would get less for murder. What? That's good though, Julia. That's good. See, goes to show we're all coming in here. We're all, you know, joining up under the Wizardian umbrella, but we're all committed. How about that? 1987, baby. Yeah. Oh, so you're only 38, 76. I'll wait that up from 76 to 87. God, genius, and I. Are you under 21? Damn it. Yeah, it took it. Thanks for that. I will check all my Mrs. You was 265. I would check all my Mrs. You was 2. I went over my head. I said a few times I'm 376 because I'm a wizard. Listen to these comments. I understand why I enjoy your group of followers. We're all grown ups. Yeah. No, Paul, we need to know your age, mate. Is there an age gap between you and your missus or your partner? You might be with another man. Who knows? You might have the name Paul Lad and you're actually female and you're with another woman. So I might even get that wrong. But yeah, I'll normally shorten the name. Is that, I suppose you got that name. Is that because you're married? You're just so used to it because your husband always goes, Lisa, why? Oh, Lisa, why? And you're like, oh, that could be my name on YouTube. Just thought I'd put it out there. But what I say simple, I mean, no name calling, just answering questions, simple. Yeah. We have staying power. We do. We do. We do. You see the guy who that MSN said is 20, so in Scotland, it'd be 20, me 100. Yeah. You put on the right, seem to enjoy being nasty. We're nasty. We're all trying to work out how old we all are now, geez, and how long we've been together. Am I? Paul, who attacked you? You committed to a nut house, so hubby would say. Yeah. When have I named good? Also, I'm glad I found a fellow group of like-minded wizards. That's it. That's what it's all about, isn't it? When this government contains nuts. You get an allergy. You could have done 2 murders and still have been free for the last 5 years. Yeah, someone blew and worked it out. Look. More pourquoi? I have no idea what that means. I've just said it. Paul, I mean, from either side. Don't play the victim card, bro. Come on, CL. Come on. Let's let it go. Let it go. We are all wizards. If you left the leftist run and let's call it, it will explain why you think the Greens are great. Oh yeah, don't go that way. But yeah, I'll put a bit different. Like, and tomorrow I've actually put up. Have a look. Thursday, like call in or ask or whatever. Literally on a Thursday evening, I'm going to do it so you guys literally run the show on a Thursday evening. Damn. Yes. The Wizards making some ad revenue. There was an advert. Woohoo! No, not really. They're annoying, aren't they? They're annoying, aren't they, geese? But that probably earned me like half a penny. If I had a mortgage, I would have lost in my house by now. I'll tell you, these ad revenue is appalling. Appalling. But yeah, Thursday evenings, 7 p.m s, like every week, I'm going to do it. So you guys literally run the show. You tell me what you want to talk about. It's as simple as that. You can ask any questions, talk about what you want to talk about. If you're all in the chat going, oh, did you hear about such and such? Then I'll look it up. I'll bring it up on screen. And that's what we're going to do on a Thursday, geese. All right. That's what we're going to do on a Thursday. So it's already up as well. And it actually says, like, you run the show, you know, because you guys, without you, you know what I mean? So you got to have your own show once a week. So that's what we're doing on a Thursday. You can call in, you can put whatever in the chat, but you can talk about whatever you like. You can ask any questions. You can ask me anything you like. Hopefully it's not too personal, but you know, I will answer any questions. So that's what we're doing on a Thursday. But yes, but tonight I thought we're going to talk. There's 4 tweets that Rupert Lowe put up, and I thought, well, we could read through them and see what you guys think, because obviously, you know, help you understand Restore, Rupert. You may agree, you may disagree. Oh, I don't know. The thing is, when people here gang up, you think it's okay to insult me as you please. Paul Lad 7. Paul Lad 7. No, they not gang up on you. I think some things you said earlier are a bit weird, but no, different subject now. We're all moving on. So you're all right, Paul. You're all right. I'll keep an eye. I'll make sure. I'll control me fellow wizards. No spells, guys. Come on. I'm not left all right, mate. I'm up for the Youpie. What ad? Oh, you ain't got one yet. You will in a minute. I know you got thingy. Hay and witches. Paul, tell me so and I'll tell them off and put them in the naughty corner. What's the answer to everything? 1.2. No, I haven't seen any insults or nothing yet. It's all good. Trust me, Paul. No one's ganging up on you. We just disagree with what you say. It's not personal. We're here to talk. There you go. See? I'm only here because I wanted to infiltrate the video feed. Yes. But yes, we'll start on this one with Rupert, because this is the shorter one of all of them. Oh, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying. Thumb up, guys and girls. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. But I did put it on so you had to be a subscriber 1 minute or longer, and then you can jump in the chat. It's all happy days. We do that because let's stop all the other issues. But so it's all good. And then I don't mind going through the chat with all you guys because you're subscribers. So, you know, going through and seeing what you all say. I don't mind doing that because you went out your way and subscribed, and that helps. So it's all good. But Rupert Lowe, the first one is Restore Britain's aim is to inspire millions of Brits who have never participated in the democratic process to vote, to get out and finally vote. They've looked at the options for decades and thought it is not worth the effort. I was one of them. Our plan is to give them an option that is worth it. The establishment will laugh at this. Fine, keep laughing. If I told them that we would have 101,000 members 2 weeks after launching as a political party, they would have laughed then too. Westminster has just discarded these non-voters. Restore Britain will not. There are many who want this to fade away, for Restore Britain to go away. I can guarantee you it will not. We are going to work, and then work some more to give that silent majority an option they can finally believe in. It's already reflected in the thousands and thousands who've joined Restore Britain, who have never voted before, certainly never joined a political party. We are giving those many millions of Brits a voice. It's a risky plan, but it's a plan. I believe it can work. What do you make of that, ladies and gents? Get into those comments and let me know what you think. That's the short one. But I get what he's saying, because I've never been one to vote. I joined Advance, didn't I? And now I feel a bit duped, but it's early days, so you know I've got to be patient. I'm too like, you know, I need to like chill. But, you know, if a lot of people that I've seen even commenting here and that, they're actually saying like, oh, I'm a member of Advance and I'll just join Restore. So a lot of people are joining both parties. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. But giving a voice to the millions of people and those who don't vote, because remember, you're talking over, what was it, 52% of people did not vote in Gorton and Denton. 52% of people. So as a country, if half the people don't vote, I mean, what are we now? We're about 80 million people in this country. I thought it was 70 or maybe 80. But you're talking 35 to 40 million people not voting, half the country. Now, that would make a difference. So basically, Rupert's saying, oi, you have an option. I mean, is that good? Is that good? Is that good? I'm trying to work out. He put the answer was 42. A sweep to everything. Tell the truth, you're here because you burst your inflatable doll. It's a dog. There's nothing weird not being against Muslims. We're not against Muslims. We're against Islam. That's what you were getting confused earlier. I'm not going to talk about whatever earlier because that was earlier. We're talking about this now with Rupert Lowe and X. So like, it's not like, you know. Plus, you don't want to get all aggro about it like you did earlier, and people in chat don't want to. So it's all been and done, mate. It's all done. But yeah, it's nothing like whatever. Like Muslims should leave Islam if it's that bad, but they don't, which is strange. But Islam's a problem. Islam. I went to that acupuncturist today. When I got home, my voodoo doll was dead. Yeah, that's quite funny. Equipol, keep your views. Yep. Drew, that's what I've done, mate. The voodoo stammer. Big up, Rupert. Big up, Rupert. I don't know why I've done it in that voice, Nikki. I'm not like implying that you sound like that, am I? Why did I do that? Big up, Rupert. That's me being camp. Rupert. All right, girlfriend. You can tell I got kids, can't you? I'm off me nut. How do you know? I think I left my stream camera on during the bursting. Me still won't go out and vote if he sends us on. You're probably right, Southern Blue. You're probably right, mate. Yeah, that's what I mean. But I mean, it's all the right words and that. It's like 121.7k views. So 121,000 people saw that. Bearing in mind there's like 70 to 80 million people in the country. Because you see the problem. And Advance have got the same problem. It's not being seen by enough people. Sounds like a song to me. Work, work, work. Who watches TV anymore? Not me. Well, I watch Netflix. Yeah, Stummer walked out today and we watched it. Yeah, so that time, 2 times he's walked out. Yep, because it was about the grooming gang situation. Didn't like it, did he? I'm staying with Advance. I just don't trust Nigel or Rupert. See Lisa. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. But I mean, time will change. And I've openly said, like, yes, I'm a paid member of Advance, but I am seriously looking at Restore Britain and Rupert as an option. I'm keeping an eye on what he said. Now, hence why we're doing this. That's what I want to see if people agree or disagree. But when it comes down to it, when it's time to vote, like, even though most of us don't even trust Nigel, it's going to end up people like strategically, tactically voting for Nigel for reform to ensure Greens, which is literally 21% popularity to 23% of reform. That's how close it is. So people need to vote Nigel, and that'll wipe out Conservatives and Labour, and hopefully keep Green out, because Green is a serious, that's going to be dangerous. We know it's the Muslim party. It's not about being green anymore. It's a Muslim party. So people are going to have to vote reform to get them out. And then in the next election, I assume over the time, then Rupert will build up Restore Britain. Ben Habib will be doing what he does with Advance. And then we're going to have to stay, we can take a step back and have a look and see what's going on. And then you can work out whether it's going to be, again, political tactics coming in that, everyone's going to have to vote for Rupert to get rid of Nigel or whatever it might be. I don't know. I can't see the future, but you know what I'm getting at. But nothing's easy now, is it? The political landscape is a mess. I mean, I don't know everyone coming or going. So, do you know what I mean? Don't you wish Starmer's dad did discover? Yeah, I think the next election will be more voting than ever before. I hope so, David. Yeah. People have to vote. So why have you betrayed Habib? I have not voted. I have not betrayed Habib. No. I've got a probably wear my Advance t-shirt tomorrow. No, I'm as it is. I am a paid member of Advance, so I've never hid that from anyone. But I'm seriously looking at Restore Britain. I'm looking at reform, like I just said. I mean, nothing's easy at the moment. Nothing. So and being that I'm here on YouTube talking to people, I'm sure a lot of other people may agree that they're going to have to vote tactically and it'll be reform, and then next time it may be Restore. But then that depends on Advance and Ben. But we saw what happened in Gorton and Denton. Advance got humiliated and outvoted by the Monster Raven Looney Party, and that's just awful. And Nick Buckley, who may be on next week, hopefully, he would have been a real asset to Gorton and Denton, but people didn't know of him. Like anything and everything that man's done, he would be nothing but an asset to something like Gorton and Denton. They should be honoured to have him as their MP. He would have been fantastic, but for some reason, people just did not know about him. And although it makes Nick Buckley look bad and Advance being behind the Monster Raven Looney Party, that's not down to Nick. The party failed him. So it's not about betraying Habib. I'm just very realistic and I'm blunt. And I'll just say it the way it is. Sometimes I'll say one thing and then like a week later I'll say the opposite. I'll be like, no, I've changed my mind. And that's what we're allowed to do. So I'm a bit here, there and everywhere. Maybe I was too quick to sign up with Advance, but I liked it. I liked all their policies, and Restores are very similar. And I've done that video where 30 to 35% similar. So, there's other bits that are sort of quite similar, but not quite. But overall, it come up saying it was 30 to 35% similar to Advance, which I thought was interesting. But we know what's got to be done. And then when we look at the situation, we're going to know how it needs to be done by whatever tactical voting or whatever. But I don't speak bad of Habib. I will just say about the party, I'll be honest, we got humiliated at Gorton and Denton. So talk to anyone else who supports Advance, they probably agree with me and go, yeah, shocking. And I don't think it was fair on Nick Buckley. for who he is, what he's done, and all that. I just don't think it's fair on him. So it's as simple as that. I'm still not sold on any of them. See, yeah, people still need convincing. I know what you're saying, beats and tapes. True. Hello. The registered LGBT voting population is much smaller than 18 million. Yes, I know, because look, kids underage on that. I know, I was just in a ballpark, you know me, Pom. But yes, you're probably more accurate. But I mean, what would you say the amount of people that could vote? 40, 50 million? Half of the country? Or more could vote. So one minute Ben is God, the next he's binned. No. I never said he's God for a start. But no, he had the potential to take the political landscape by storm, but for some reason did not. And then Rupert Lowe come in and did. I mean, don't matter what I think about Advance and Ben, that's the truth. I mean, people in chat would be like, yeah, I stand for Advance and Ben, but look what Restore's done. I mean, we're not blind, and we're not going to delude ourselves. You know, oh, Advance is going to be the next big thing. When, well, no, it's not, because people don't see it. People don't hear about it. I say to people, Ben Habib, they're like, who? Like Advance UK. What's that? So there's problems. And it, to a degree, somewhat be like that with Restore, I expect, as well at the moment, and people will still be unsure. But I mean, it's gone absolutely crazy. So Restore are looking like popular. We still stay with Advance UK, the only party that wants to help disabled people, veterans, homeless, former fix NHS. Yep, see, it's things like that. That's what I mean. But voting for Advance now wouldn't make any iota of difference. Whereas, like, if Restore Britain was a party and you voted from today, 101,000 members, that's not going to win an election. Let's be honest. So Advance UK and Restore Britain are in the same boat. They haven't got enough to win anything at the moment. Whereas obviously Reform, they could, like, got to be careful, because if people don't vote Reform and it starts going here, there and everywhere, Greens are coming and then we're screwed. What is the plan? I have a discussion around voter apathy with my wife earlier. Yeah, I try not to talk about politics. We don't get divorced. You know what I mean? No, not really. Paul, yours like Muslims stuck in the past. Get me on. I can do it in deep black man's voice. That'd be racist. Oh, look. Paul, seems like you're just here to play devil's advocate. The big scary thing is that when there is a war, wherever it is, or civil stumble will postpone the general election, he will push for it. Hey, try. You're funny. Yeah, he is actually. Yeah. Hilarious. Come on, guys, let's be civil. Come on, yeah. Otherwise, we'll have to all take you for a nappy change. Advance UK need to get their work out more and be in the mainstream media, but the government blocking them as they do not like Advance. Yeah, I mean, because Rupert Lowe launched the party and got mentioned on certain channels. They're saying, oh, like to Nigel Farage, they were literally talking to him, going, oh, how do you feel that Rupert Lowe started a party? And they actually asked him, didn't they? So 48.2 million people are arrested overall. Oh, that I said 40 to 50 million. There you go, Pom. So I went too far out. That's a lot. So half of them. So you're talking 24 million people can't be bothered to vote, but there'll be the people that probably moan more that Greens get into power than anyone. Right, we'll get your coffees. Oh, it's the evening. Oh, who's got something stronger? You have to let me know in the chat. Let me know what you're drinking. Who's on the wine? Red wine, white wine. Don't just put wine, put red wine or white wine. Oh, no, it's Australian or Spanish or English. I feel really sorry for Ben Habib. Oh, that's nice of you, mate. Yeah, well, I saw him. He's saying he probably spent nearly $1 million on politics. I'm being civil. I'm sitting here singing Kumbaya. The Muslim Party wizard. The Muslim Party. Yep, the Greens. I think the Greens have given up on the trees. Yep. It's an Advanced UK channel, Paul. I thought it was about Islam. Yes, I'm a member of Advanced UK. I would say it's actually an Advanced UK channel as such, because we could talk about all the other parties and that, but I am a follower of, and I'll try to get people on from Advance to give them a voice. So it is, but it isn't, but it is type scenario. I thought it was about Islam. What is? Green Party is. This channel's not. Well, depending on what's going on, obviously, in the world of politics. We thought the total UKP was 70 million minus the new two coming. Yeah, I think it might be about 70. I saw somewhere it's 80 and I saw somewhere it's 70, so I said 70 to 80. Trump sank a sub in waters near Chagos. I thought a sub actually shot at a boat and sank the boat. I have to check that. You have to check that, because I think it was one of their submarines that actually shot at a boat and sunk it. And I bet it's about 100 people missing, 140 people missing. Paul, not everything's about Islam. We just don't want Britain to be a Sharia country. No, don't need Sharia law. And in 1989, we allowed the first Sharia court. So we knew it was going to go downhill from there. Give an inch, take a mile. The USA sunk an Iranian ship with a sub. There are many videos. Oh, that's what I was thinking, mate. Yes, thank you for that. It's about getting the legals out, basically. Yeah. Advance in reverse. Yeah, something's going on. I think, says Nelly, I think that we should encourage our families, friends, and neighbours to use our vote. We should engage them in conversation about Advance, Restore, so they know we have someone who's for us. It's down to us to spread the word. Of course it is. 100%. I totally agree. So, elite oddball. Oh, are you an elite and a little bit odd? Just a guess. For the first time I've ever joined a party, I've joined Restore Britain. There you go. See, I was like that with Advance. I joined Advance last month, I think. First time ever at my age. Yes, at my age, 376. So yeah, I totally understand, because like what attracted me to Advance is what will attract people to Restore, because it's so similar what they're saying, what they're doing. So yeah, I get that. But yeah. Put it this way, you can do a lot worse than registering, say, with Restore Britain or Advance, like the Greens, for instance, or Labour, or Conservative. So yeah, you know, people that are willing to support Restore or Advance or both as it stands, then happy days. Not want it to become free world country or united Islam, third world country. Well, I'll put it together, don't worry. No, you're 100% right. It all starts with a conversation. Exactly. And that's what we do here, isn't it? So don't you think you're jumping on the bandwagon? How am I jumping on the bandwagon? I can't do any jumping. I've just had a heart attack. No, I'm not jumping on any bandwagon. I joined Advance UK. I'm a member of Advance UK. Membership number 68203. Ooh. So, you know, with what's going on in the political landscape, we just have to keep an eye and keep an open mind on what's going on in order to make sure that our vote counts, which more than likely could end up being reform. But Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain, they must be breaking records left, right and centre. So, you know, every single, like 101,000 members since they launched a couple of weeks ago. So you're going to tell me every single one of them just jumping on a bandwagon? No, they see something in it that could benefit the country. So, and they're completely 100% free to do so. Apparently my sister told me, silly cow, can't trust her, silly mare. What bandwagon, Paul? Explain. That's what I'm saying, CL. It's voting news starts around 7 to 10 p.m. at night. No excuses not to vote. Yeah, that's what it was at Gaunton and Denton. So you're right. So, but that's why I want to go through these tweets. Yes, I'm an Advanced UK member. Rupert Lowe's, like, to me, like, I've just done one, but we've got 3 more tweets to read through. They're fascinating and they're worth listening to. Whether that means you're going to then, like, all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm Restore Britain, I don't think so. It takes more than a couple of tweets, but you need to listen and then can keep listening to what people are saying. So I'm listening to Ben Habib and anyone to do with Advance. I'll listen to Rupert Lowe, anyone to do with Restore Britain, and I'll even listen to Nigel Farage, the Yusuf, and that to do with Reform, Matt Goodwin. Of course, we've got to listen to them. We have to. And I think Rupert Lowe's actually going to be suing Layla Cunningham now. Layla Cunningham for what she said, because she didn't take it back about the neo-Nazi on GB News. But it's all open at the moment, and we're talking how long until the next general election? So we've got time. So why can't we talk about it? So, you know, no one has to be committed, but if you are Restore, if you are Advance, not a problem. Happy days. Own it. That's what I say. The reason we question Restore is because Rupert seems to have people who are much worse about who to throw out of the country. Yep. Whereas I just found it strange. We announced our policy on immigration culture, and 6 days later, Restore announced it with most of our policy. Yeah, exactly that, Lisa. That's what I was saying. I was fuming. I was like, how does that work? Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense. And that's what I ended up doing a video, and I put the policies together to do with immigration. I've got a video out. I think it only had about 100 views. I was like, well, that's surprising considering I'm actually maybe Restore in advance. Like, oh, we don't want to know. But it said like it's 30 to 35% similar. But yeah, some of the stuff, it was like, yeah, you've got the same policies, but they're slightly different or slightly different worded. So maybe they're aiming at a different target within that. I don't know. But yeah, it was just even Ben Habib, if you listen to some of the stuff he said on the 7th of February at the Emmanuel Centre, when he was there doing the big advanced conference, then listen to Rupert Lowe on the farm doing it, whatever, you know, when he launched his party with that video, even what he's saying there's similar. And I'm a bit like, and Ben Habib said, like, I think he listened to me. So, you know, the Restore bandwagon, keep up. I'm not on it. I'm an Advanced UK member. Thought this was a cooling wizard wearing my keyboard out again. Yes, it is. We're talking about this. We're talking about these tweets. Then yes, it's the call in. You can call in and say what you want to say. Help if I actually read it. It's been on screen long enough, but I'm trying to keep up with your chat. That's what I've been saying. We need advertising billboard. Yeah, it does exactly that, Lisa. People need, you know, to keep seeing it, so it becomes regular and it just becomes a way of life. Oh, Advanced UK. Relax Borbs is asking how it's jumping on the bandwagon. Yep, you can ask that. 42% of registered voters would vote either Labour or Lib Dems or Greens. Now you see what would happen if the three lefties joined into coalition. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad, Pom. Grace is in the house. Gracie. Hi, guys. Restore is a niche party. It's not really niche, is it? It's so similar to Advance. Vote Rupert Lowe, vote Restore Britain. There's Chirac. They were asking for you earlier. We're like, where is he? No. Isn't that what the Muslims were accused of in Denton by-elections? What have I missed? I'm not seeing anything else from Nelly on that one. But they're accused of doing the family vote. The men were going in with their wives and saying, like, do this, do that. And you're not allowed two people in a booth. It's illegal. The dog I have in the race is I want to have a patriot government and all the policies are okay. Yep. That's what I say. I think all MPs should sign a declaration saying that they are Christian. Once you get the only party run by the people for the people, that'll be the billboard. Hello. Spanish man flute. Exactly, Hunt. Yep. See, are you seriously thinking of going to reform? No, or thinking about, like, you got to look at the whole political landscape in the next election. If Rupert Lowe's only got 101,000 members, that ain't enough to do nothing. That's not going to win any general election. And if people start doing all that rather than reform, then Greens will get in. It's as simple as that. So in the next election, people tactically will have to vote reform to stop Greens coming in because they are literally just 2% behind reform. That's how close it is to you being ruled by the Greens, who want to legalise crack, who want to teach primary school kids how to take drugs safely, Class A drugs safely. Not, you know, don't take them, stay away. They want to show them. They want to show them how to take them safely. And obviously they have a Muslim ideology and they have adverts in Urdu. And all that combined with Zach Plansky, also known as David Paulden. They got some really weird things. They want open borders. They literally said, don't matter. As soon as you get into this country and put foot on this land, that's it. You will never, ever go. Even if your asylum fails, they're like, don't worry, you won't get kicked out. Open borders, not a problem. That's their ideology. So if you think anything else other than I might have to vote tactically and look at reform as a serious option in order to keep Greens out and to get rid of Labour and Conservatives, and that's quite sensible. Because voting for Restore, which isn't even a registered party at the moment, or Advance, they're not going to win. They are not going to win. It's a waste of a vote. You'd have to vote Reform to keep Greens out. You have to. Let me know in chat if I make sense or not. I don't know. Who would you vote for, Paul? But other than that, I'll support my legs because my legs support me. I'm about to have a ginger beer. Does that count? Oh, well, you know, it's got beer in the title. It's all good. Oh, whiskey. Nobody at the moment. Penny's supposed to be on tonight again. Penny. It's a penny dropped. So, yeah, so if you're not going to vote for anybody, that's not going to help anyone or anything. Give some lecture here. Restore members are plateauing now. Yep. I mean, the more they speak, the more people watch, look into them or whatever, they're going to make reform decision. But I mean, it's crazy at the beginning. It's impressive. Don't get me wrong. I know, screen hogging and all. But I want to keep it on about these tweets. Yeah, why not, Paul? You got to vote. First time, we'll look out for the next one. Take care, guys. Till then, take it easy, David. All the best. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining in with the chat. We appreciate it. Not a party at the moment. It's a one man and 100,000 subscribers. Yep, it's not actually a registered party. So, but yeah. But let's right. Let me right. I'll read this and then need the right. I'm going to read this. There's the link for anyone if they want to come up and have their say. To any MP deluding themselves that we're some omnipotent global superpower, I have one suggestion. Go to your constituency and look around, see what's happening in communities up and down Britain. In your community, to your voters, to the people who are supposed to to the people you are supposed to represent. Our country's infrastructure has been shattered by decades of unnecessary decay and rot. Failure, festering everywhere for all to see. Go to a town centre, any town centre, boarded up shops, yep. Filth everywhere, yep. Graffiti, rubbish, broken pavements, yep. Hospitals literally crumbling apart, yep. And NHS teetering on the verge of collapse every time it blows a cold wind. So much unnecessary death and suffering because we have failed to prioritise our own vulnerable. This is not easy to read. Our own vulnerable. Schools in battered old buildings, the concrete peeling away, the road systems is in tatters, potholes after potholes after potholes, a road network that would embarrass the Indians. I mean, for God's sake, every children's playgrounds are left to rust away, fenced off, broken equipment. Do you have no pride at all? Anything that belongs to the state is shriveling and dying and nobody cares. That's quite true, though, isn't it? Nothing ever gets built. Nothing ever gets fixed. We are living some depressing holding pattern, circling the ever closer drain. Britain is becoming a third world country. Large parts already have the infrastructure of one. And what? We're supposed to just sit back and accept it, believe it's all normal, just part of life. No, I am absolutely sick of the grim acceptance that this is the best Britain can have. Pure defeatism. We have the best people in the world, but the very worst establishment. Lions led by donkeys is unfair on the latter. So I'll make no apologies for leading a political party that unapologetically puts the British people first. This is exactly what Restore Britain is doing. We will not change. I promise you that. There you go. What do you think about that then, geese? What do you think? Bon- mate.
Buongiorno.
That's it. I can hear you. Please.
Yeah, so in my best Barry White impression ever. Yeah, so, you know, we need to trust this one man, don't we, to get that done? Because that's what political parties have been about all the time. Yeah, and that served us quite well, hasn't it?
All very nice.
You know, yeah.
Yep. Probably right there, band. Be another party coming along soon.
Yeah.
There is no loyalty on the right. You sail with the wind. I just told you I'm a member of Advance, as is Electrodoc here, and I think Lisa and a few others in there are. So yes, and we proved, you know, we've been with our same partners for like 20 odd years. We established how old we are. We are committed to living. We are committed to our relationships. I think we all had older partners. How strange, but there is loyalty because I'm with Advance UK. But just because Advance UK are who they are and I'm a part of it, then how can I vote for them when they're not going to win the general election?
Yes.
It'd have to be Reform, otherwise we'll end up with Green.
Yes.
If that's the case, unless something happens between now and then. Do you know what I mean? So
Indeed.
we've got to keep it real, mate.
Yes.
Nicky, I'd be happy with Rupert and Restore. Yeah, I think like that tweet, he talks sense, doesn't he? And he does sound like Ben Habib, admittedly.
It's just
I just read it, mate.
What?
I'll forget the tweets, mate. Literally, I just read it. That's why I put you up on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my only gripe will be because we've got no one to hold Rupert accountable. That's all. That's it. You know, only the next general election, and then the next general election after that, has got to kind of, you know, we've got to like trust him to keep up with his policies. He's got no one to say, "Oh, you're not doing this policy." But Advance UK have, and I'm committed to Advance UK until until general election. Then I'm going to see what happens. Hopefully, you know, things might change in Restore Britain. Same as Ben says, you can fit a cigarette paper between our policies, and even then, it's not. They're not that different. It's just this structure that I have problems trusting, if you like. Yeah. There's no saying who's going to be whispering into Rupert Lowe's ear. There's no one to stop people from whispering into Rupert Lowe's ear, and that's it basically. You know, I don't understand why he rejected Advance. Same as I keep saying, but you have to keep saying because people don't really remember, or we've got new people on who don't understand, you know, what the issue is.
Yep.
You know,
makes
that's
sense.
all. That's all. Yeah. Other than that,
Seppi
perfect.
join Restore.
Yeah.
Yep. I would like to see the receipts for Restore member count before believing in YouTube rubbish. Yeah. Rebellion. I read the tweet. Rupert Lowe actually said it himself as well. So, I mean, it still doesn't make me, it's true. I've also said, like, I want to see the figures because they reckon like 30,000 of them could be like from Advance UK, and some join the movement, not the party. So, yeah, I know what you're saying. So, yeah, and you're right to say that. So, yeah, but I mean, we can only go on that. But yeah, you might be right. I mean, it might come out that he's telling porkies. Who knows?
I mean, who was that guy earlier on today on Mo's channel? What was his name? Him. He's an Advance UK member. Yeah, he showed an email. I mean, I actually listened to all the pen clicks and that lot, and I managed to listen. And he's shown an email from Restore Britain, saying, "Oh, thanks very much for joining Restore. We'd like to invite you into the party on this particular level." You know what I mean? And this guy says, "I'm not an Advance UK member, but what I did do, I gave him my email address when I donated to the Great Inquiry Fund." You know what I mean? So what are they doing? Are they counting people that's done that? Do you get me? I mean, all this will come out in the future, and then you know, if it does and it is found to be true, and there's a lot of people like that, maybe then people are going to be looking somewhere else. You know where they're going to look? Advance UK. I think we're just in a little bit of a dip at the moment because of this new party, you know, brought out by Ben. No, sorry, not Ben, Rupert.
Yep. The worms are now coming up the woodwork at Advance UK. Defections, more slander, coordinated attacks. Yeah. Always happens, doesn't it? But yeah. What the fluff choice do we have in Wales? Well, you do have Advance UK in there now, but it was under Rich and Rogue, which would have been much, much better. People are getting way too stressed. Like the election is next week. You have 3 years and UK. That's what I said. You've got 3 years to make your minds up. A lot can change in 3 years. Big news. Listen to Vindicator's latest. It's big. Don't watch Vindicator.
Why? What's he said? What's he said?
Don't know. Don't watch him after that last escapade.
Yeah, but has he suddenly changed? Has he suddenly changed his mind? Is that what's meant by that? You know what I mean?
Like Southern Blue will have to reply in the chat.
Yeah.
When you vote reform, you're voting for the same establishment as before. Well, not really, but we may well end up because they're getting all the blooming Conservatives, whatever. But we can't afford to have Conservatives, Labour, or Green in. So you've got no choice. We're going to be trapped to reform. And then if Farage ends up being more like establishment or anything like that, then he's done, because he will literally last one term and everyone will vote either Rupert Lowe or Advance, because then they're going to switch. It's as simple as that. So he could literally shoot himself in the foot.
I think Dan Wotton this afternoon, I'm watching that before I come on this stream, and he was showing this new Labour defector over to reform, and he's there saying like, oh yeah, all like refugees are welcome here kind of thing. So reform are basically just having their own little infight going on, you know, from what they will do, because they're basically just a uni party again, aren't they? So
yep.
Yeah,
I'll not vote for a party that will continue the direction the country is going in. Green, it's going to be worse. Farage will probably take it in a slightly different direction, but Labour and Conservative will probably just keep it going. Remember, a lot of polls are who people like, but come election time, they don't vote that way. Tactical voting always happens. UKIP never did as good as polls said. Yeah. Has we saw registered its party yet? Nope, hasn't reg.
It's done its first application and it's been returned. They've still got I's to dot and T's to cross. Same as Ben did, you know, same as Ben did 3 months ago, and he didn't get accepted for a good 2 months. So actually, why didn't he just? It's just unbelievable. Why did he just join Advance, merge with Advance? This is what the issue is, you see. Does he not like the college? Does he not like listening to the public people? Yeah. Does he not like listening to the uneducated? What's up with him? You know, Stevenson was uneducated, yet he triggered the Victorian Industrial Revolution, for God's sake. Some of us out there are clever, but we've got no voice, you know, and then it just frustrates you even more when you're just shouting like a madman, shouting at the pigeons in the middle of the marketplace on Twitter. I'm going to call it Twitter because X just sounds stupid, but Twitter.
I know, it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the next tab up. I'll read that one in a mo. They applied to register, but it won't be approved in time for May elections, if at all. Yeah, it's March, April, May. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, you're probably right there, Pom. Aim high, vote low. Oh, how many times have I seen that? Vote low.
Loads.
Slim, you lucky member, as a gift from Phil. That was a good shot. It landed on Slim. He actually become a member. Oh, hey, he talks hope. Yep. Join restore. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with any of that. So, you know, all the parties under any circumstance, I will never vote for Farage in this uniparty. I mean, it'll make me cringe cherries. I'll be honest. I'm like many, a member of Advance UK and Restore movement, but will be 100% behind Rupert now. Yeah, but if you know, if you've only got Reform, Green, Labour, Conservative, and UKIP, who's it going to be? Because we know, like, they're all, see what I mean? The decision, it's just horrible. And I think that will drive people not to vote, and then Green to sneak in, then we'll be ruled by a Muslim party. A load of rubbish. I don't know what that means, mate, but it's true. Whatever I'm saying, it's fact. I've decided. Or it's my opinion. Oh. Slim vote real Raven, get beer and fish and chips on Friday. What do people think about the guy who started Advance as Integrity moving to Restore and his reason why? Oh, that was that Richard something? Richard Shaw?
Someone, yeah. Something like
I think
that.
his name was Richard Shaw.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, we wanted a
I was
grassroots party
thinking,
with no ties at all. Yeah.
Like they say, this Restore and all that, everything went Pete Tong and a merger and blah blah blah. I wonder if like someone like Ben Habib could talk to Nick Tenconi about merging UKIP and Advance. Wonder if that'd ever be an option.
I
Not
think
that
it
it
was.
changed much, but I mean,
It was
crossed my
offered.
mind earlier. I thought,
Yeah, but
Huh?
it was offered, wasn't it? It was offered, but
I don't know.
Nick Tenconi
not heard
over on
anything.
Paul over on Paul Thorpe's channel. Nick Tenconi wanted an apology. He did it to a vlogger.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's why.
But Paul apologised, didn't he? Because he said, "Oh, if it's whatever,
Yeah.
I apologise."
Yeah, but we all changed our mind when reforms started showing the true colours, didn't we? When he started throwing out party candidates such as Rupert Lowe and Ben Habib, that's when we changed our minds. Nick Tenconi is saying, well, you need to apologise to me for, because you didn't follow me kind of thing. I mean, that's just ego 101, that is, if you ask me. I don't think he should have apologised. I think he should have pointed that out to Nick Tenconi, to be honest. And I did have a word with Paul Thorpe about that, and he said, yeah, I think you got a point. I'm sure he did. I think I went on his channel and mentioned it. Yeah.
See, this is something I was going to ask Nick Buckley. If we get him on next week, actually, I was going to genuinely ask him and say, look, if Ben Habib offered you the leadership, would you take it? Because I think someone like Nick Buckley would be really good.
Yeah,
Who
there
he
you
is,
go.
what he is.
Yeah.
I think that'd be quite a good option, don't you think, mate?
Restore Britain wouldn't then have the the race card to play if that is their reason for not having Advance UK on board. That particular race card, you don't know because they're not open enough about what
some people are so
about.
petty.
Yeah,
they're like, oh yeah, like I know your mum's English, but your dad was Pakistani, so that's the end of that. Oh right, your surname's Habib. I mean. He's done nothing but support this country, and some people look into it. I think they're just taking it way too far.
Absolutely.
He lives in this country, has done since he was 14 years old.
Yeah.
But Nick Buckley being leader, that could be a game changer, maybe. I don't know, it might be or whatever. But I'm telling you, Lowe, talk the talk. That's it. They're all the same. Oh, well, there you go, everyone. We're done. That's it. Paul's done it. He's told us. I'm telling you, Lowe, talk the talk. That's it. They all the same. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's fact. They're all talk. Fact. Yeah. Paul said, I'm telling you, Lowe. Yeah. Talk the talk. Yeah. We're done, ladies and gents. Don't worry about freedom of speech. Don't worry about freedom of thought. We're done. He said, I'm telling you, Lowe. Talk the talk. That's fact, mate.
There you go.
Oh, well. What do you want to talk about then, Electrodoc?
What?
What should we talk about now then? I mean, the whole world of politics is sorted. Paul's spoken. He said, I'm telling you.
I don't know, mate. It's all been sorted out, hasn't it? By Paul Ad 7. I think he should go down in the history books as the biggest prat ever.
And if you vote Green, you're voting for the same establishment. No, we're voting for Muslims.
No, we're voting for Muslims there.
Democracy for you. Never trust a committee.
Have these people actually looked 1979 Iran? Have these people actually looked up 1979 Iran, which is what I asked them to do before they got banned for an hour or however long it was from the channel? Have they looked it up? I bet they haven't. They wouldn't know because they'd gone off this channel, right? They'd seen someone doing a dance about a TikTok theme, something or another, right? Like, oh, there's a squirrel. And then got completely distracted by it, right? And then not bothered looking up what happened to Iran in 1979 and what they did to the left. Yeah. Honestly, a gay Jewish man is their biggest target. They are basically just holding the noses like this and they're jumping in so they can then get inside the government and then worm the little worminess around there. Yep. And it's sickening and it is scary.
It is. I'll move that then so people could see you when you're talking.
I can sit up a bit.
I'm more interested in Carl Benjamin's X post that he deleted pretty quickly. Then there's Bo and Nate saying Barrack and Base not welcome. Yeah, I don't get all that. That's just like over my head. I don't understand that because like I don't care the colour of your skin or whatever. Like, you know, we're all human. We all live. We all die. I don't get what all this is about. Causing division like that.
Bo and Nate, they were slating Barack and what's his name, and then what's his name had Nate on today. What's his name? Dan Wootton. Dan Wootton had him on today on a panel. Yeah. And I thought, you horrible, horrible little man. You know what I mean? From what how him and Bo were treating Baraka and Base and Bougie, it was terrible. And then this started on, well, he kind of started on Sarah White because she were on the panel as well today.
All right.
Kind of started on her as well. Yeah. Yeah. Bringing up all
Bo
the
and Nate.
Bo and Nate. Yeah, it's called The State of Politics. That's the name of the channel, Wiz. The State of Politics. I can get the one up for you where they're calling out Bo. Where they're calling out Baraka and Base and Bougie. They start on them about halfway through the video.
Yeah, I'll write it down. I'll have a look because like I need to start doing more reviews. You know, where I play like 5-10 minute clips or whatever, and we can discuss it. And I need to do that in some lives as well. Find some videos where people are doing whatever, and then, you know, it might be a half-hour video or something, but we can go through it and then we can pick it to pieces, play it, stop it, and we can talk about it. Because that was a plan, to do more reviews like that. But obviously, so much's been going on lately. But we will have more of that. Because then for that Electra Doc, you can come up and we'll dissect all the videos and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. And also, you know how you're doing that beginning, that like what do you call it, a pre-show thing that you're doing. That's good because it lets people get into the stream, you know, so you're not just talking to two people at first, and then while the stream's populating, and then you've got halfway through the important matters for the chat. You know what I mean? So if you do that, and like maybe even if you show whatever, you know, for 5 minutes or something, then just let the stream populate, you know.
I'm doing with the run up. I'm going to start playing that Tommy Robinson video at the beginning because give him free advertising.
Or whatever's popular in the news that day, or whatever you're wanting to talk about. If you put something onto that to prelude, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah,
you know, prelude the chat stream. Get everybody, you know, oiled up and ready, all lubed up and ready.
Yeah, it will be good. It will be good. Yeah, you can always come up and debate, Paul. Rupert will be better than Reform. Who wants to end all benefits? Yeah, Nigel says all temper will be reassessed. They're going to, aren't they? Because they're scraping to save money, and people that are genuinely disabled might get caught up in that. So it's not going to be good. It's definitely not Green or Labour. The country will be ruined if it's Green or Labour. That's definite no.
So here you go then. This is for Pouncey himself. I read it out the other day, if you remember. If I joined the Advanced UK College, I would be, you know, I would like to lead policies in disability policies, Pouncey. I hope you're listening. Repeal the Gordon Brown bedroom tax, or at least get it lowered, you know, to a decent percentage, because obviously some people need 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms so they can house all of the disabled gear in there. Because I mean, you know, a mobility scooter isn't small, is it? Yet you are charged bedroom tax for that. So I would be your man to repeal that for you in Advance UK. I would allow to buy bungalows, because old age pensioners move into bungalows and then suddenly they can't buy the council house anymore, because you cannot buy a council bungalow. All right. I would allow you to buy bungalows. Put benefit and DLA, PIP, etc. in the hands of a proper doctor. So that would be your doctor, not some decision maker in the higher up higher echelons of the employment agency or whatever. There you go. So I've won you over. If I decide to be, and I'm sober today, so if I decide to be, a thingy, try to get it in. There you go. You see, or of course we can always bring someone in. This is the difference between Advance UK and Restore Britain, right? We could always bring in what's the name next week? Who we're going to have in? Who is it again? Nick Buckley.
Nick Buckley.
Can bring in Nook Buckley. Nick Buckley, and then we can even put these to him. You know what I mean? That is how easy it is with Advance UK. You get these policies up into the higher echelons of Restore Britain. Good luck. Good luck with that. There you go.
Got a super chat from Ty. Thanks, Ty. Appreciate it. I will only vote Restore if whites become anywhere near a minority in this country. We're finished. And I'm a black, born in England, not English. Born in England, though, so you're British. Yeah. If whites become anywhere near a minority in this country, we're finished. I'll probably have to agree with that. What do you think, Electrodoc?
What's that? I will only vote Restore.
If whites become anywhere near a minority in this country, we're finished.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
A black guy born in England, not English. No, you're British, mate. You're British.
Yep, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
British.
Yeah. I'm English.
Own it and be proud of it.
I'm literally 3 miles away from the official centre of England, and I can trace my lineage back to my great-great-grandma because she was a world record holder for the eldest person to have lived in the UK at the age of 108. And that was my great-great-grandma. Yeah. And she lived in my area. We've always lived in this area. So, you know.
Happy days.
Mm-hmm. You've got a true English man here. No, 0 qualms.
Another $4.99. Snappy O's. It's Mr. O's. You've done that yesterday, I believe, as well. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, O's. Mr. O's.
Crikey me, mate. You'll be able to sponsor a visit from me to you in a bit. Hey, I'll come over and see you. Come and see you and Mrs. Wiz.
Yeah.
I'll set up a tent in your front garden. I got a back garden. Have you got a garden?
We used to have a tent, actually. I was trying to think then. We used to have a tent.
Oh, well, I can come for an holiday in Portsmouth. Can I? I'm being serious, actually. I won't mind going away for a bit. Come and say hello to you, drink all your coffee and eat all your chips.
Yeah, that'd be funny. We'd do a live when we're on the same screen. Yeah. Mind you, this is only set up for one person, so you're screwed, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work.
Well, I'll have to bring my widescreen camera, mate. You'll have to use that. Use my widescreen camera. That seems to pick up 2 set chairs. I mean, this is another seat here. You know what I mean? I'm not even fully over. So that's wide enough, isn't it? You know what I mean? Every time you keep talking, I'll be able to put my hand around your mouth and say, shut up for a minute.
Richie and Rogue sue us. I go, what do you mean Richie and Rogue? Richie and Wiz. We're Richie and Rogue. They sue us. Northern Unicorn.
We could be called
Unicorn.
Wiz. We could be called Wizdick. That's actually a symptom from taking too much amphetamine.
Yeah, we won't be doing that then. I like Ben, but voting for an import to restore our country is brain dead. He's not an import. He's here since he was 14. Yeah. So this is not the place for me. Bye. Oh, Paul went. Okay.
Oh, see ya. Oh.
What? Because like that's the thing. Like people like talk and say because they've said it. That's a matter of fact. You're not allowed to say anything. You can't debate on that. Britain First is popular in Manchester. They organise big protests in Manchester. Oh, Britain First. They are banned again. Who knows? And how many of those are actually eligible to vote in the UK? That's it, Pom. How many? Bible. I saw London for the first time at Christmas since I left 15 years ago, and it was barely recognisable from the place I left. That's what it is, though, so, and that's why people are all like, whoa, do you know what I mean? There's so much going on. It's a shame. It's changing to the point where, like, what's it going to be? 5 years from now, 10 years from now.
Mate, I hadn't been out of my
house
house for like, I hadn't been out of my house for like 7 or 8 years, something like that. I went into Mansfield and I thought, oh my God, where the hell am I? You know what I mean? Walking through Marketplace, it were like Bengali. Hey, you know what I mean? That
Shocking,
was just after 7 or 8 years. Oh, yeah.
I forgot to. I think I put yours up on the screen, Grace, but then the super chats came in and they took over. So my apologies. But you did ask, didn't you, of Reform? It is a limited company with just Rupert Lowe as the only shareholder, but he's registering a political party as we speak. But I don't know if it will still be a limited company or what. Honestly, I don't know. So
yeah, we're gonna have to wait until he makes it into a proper party, see what he does. I mean, if he's a major shareholder, then basically that's just the same party structure as Reform, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
And you know what else I liked about Ben was that he was offered to go and join Advance UK, and he then defaulted back to the college saying it's up to the college to vote for this. Yeah. He could have just dropped the party there and then, and he didn't. He's such an honest politician. It's unbelievable. Yeah. And like, I don't think people can get their head around this. This is why we need to keep teaching people why the college is so important, and then the communication route. I know I keep re-explaining it and reiterating it, but I think it's really important that people get to learn exactly what it means to have a college and that communication route, because your ideas could become policy. Obviously, you know, folks are there, oh yeah, but you're just going to get idiots screaming. No, you're not going to get idiots screaming, because it gets filtered by, like, you know, channels like this. If we haven't heard that idea before, then we can then get in touch with other people or get other people onto the show from the college, and then we can put that idea to them. If they think it's a good idea, then they can get that up into the upper echelons of the Advance UK party. Yeah. And it's as easy as that. It's as easy as that. Paul Thorpe, he offered, I know he's not in the college anymore, but he did actually offer a free, just like this, whereby you could ask him questions, you could go up, you could go and talk about your questions, give your ideas, give your answers if you liked, and then Paul had, you know, he could then forward that on to become policy, or take it on board and then discuss it with other college members as well. Oh, that's something I thought about, Wes. I don't know if you want to write it down or not. But Nick Buckley, what was his role in the college? You know, was he, you know, like climate? I don't think he was.
I think it's still up.
Is what's that?
I think his picture's still up in the college.
Yeah, he'll still be in college because he didn't get voted in.
It says below his name, doesn't it? It say below his name all his what's not.
All right, yeah, but ask him anyway. Ask him on stream.
What role in
the college? Yeah, because we now know, you see, from having college members on the channel, that they all had different roles, don't they? Such as Paul Burgess were into, you know, what he were into. There's other people into finance and stuff like that. What we might be, yeah.
Right. I was going to say, oh, Ty, yes, on screen. I'm civically British, but not ethnically British.
Mm-hmm.
Still British. Still British, mate. Still British. So thanks for the right, let's read this tweet. Is this the longer? This might be the longer one, I don't know, but I'll read it as quick as I can. And then let me know what you think in the chat. And then Richard will tell me what he thinks. Restore Britain is a political party that will unapologetically fight for British women. And I mean real women, biological women. There will be no pussyfooting around that with our party. A man who wears a dress and believes himself to be a woman is a man. No amount of surgery or makeup will ever change that. It just doesn't. We will not bastardize a biological reality. Allowing it degrades and insults what it means to be a woman. Restore Britain is clear. Men will be kept out of women-only spaces. If they enter those spaces, they will be removed without apology. If they continue to do so, they will be prosecuted. I like that. There will be no men in women's sport. We will not allow stronger, faster, more muscular men to steal sporting opportunities from women. It is pathetic, to be honest. Those attempting it should be ashamed. It is cheating, pure and simple. We will protect our young girls and give them the opportunity to compete fairly and honestly. Restore Britain will repeal the Gender Recognition Act. Does that make us transphobic? I honestly don't care. Our position on women's prisons is that no biological men will be allowed in women's prisons. 0. If there are safety issues, make alternative arrangements. No man will ever be placed into a woman's prison. End of story. It is really not complicated, is it? A Restore British government will support women if they choose to raise children. We will reward families with a meaningful tax release. This sounds like Ben Habib now. Raise thresholds, widen VAT exemptions for essential child-related items, and expand tax-deductible childcare costs. I am open to the idea of lifelong tax reductions for mothers. Going through labour is certainly deserving of it. Child benefit would be front-loaded so that mums have the financial support they need in the early years, rather than when the child is older and less time-consuming. We will not crack down on private sector working from home, as Farage has pledged. That is a choice for the employer and employee. Clearly, flexible working allows mums to be with their children and also get back into work where appropriate for the job. That is a positive development, obviously. If a British woman wants to bring children into the world, a Restore Britain government would work to help make that possible. And yes, that means making Britain safe again. Removing foreign sex pests and perverts, but also brutally cracking down on the homegrown ones too, and sadly there are plenty. We would inflict long-lasting sentences on these criminals. The foreign ones would be deported, the domestic ones imprisoned. No early release schemes here. If we have to build more prisons, we will build more prisons. We will just do things. I want to restore Britain to how it was when I was growing up. Women felt safe in the town centres, secure, welcome, and yes, even on a Friday night after a few drinks. It's all changed now. Women shouldn't have to significantly alter their behaviour because of the deviance of others. Of course, there have always been issues, but it is much worse now, and our parties just refuse to even discuss the problem. Our first official spokesperson announced was on women's safety, a hero for women's safety, Ola Minain. This matters to me. This matters to us. I want a Britain that women can call home. Oh, there is now a political party that will stand for those women proudly and unapologetically. Restore Britain. There you go, folks.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So I think Drew wants to come on if he can. You got link with. Yeah. Fingers crossed, hey Rupert. Fingers crossed that you do that. Same as I say, who's holding him to account on this? I'm not for a moment do I believe that he'd roll back on this. But what if suddenly he did? What if something happened to Rupert and someone else got into power? Then would they? And then who holds them to account? It's yeah.
Oh, did Nick Opper, did he?
Yeah.
Nick got no reply. Nick said he joined Ben.
Well, no, did he? See, on the old sex change things, I always manage them. I always manage to checkmate them, mate. You know what I mean? I've got a big hand and a little hand. I therefore identify as a non-digital, non-binary clock. I would therefore like to time sporting events. I can even rotate my arms around on the stage whilst I display the time to the crowd. I'll give you a minute to think about that in reality, right? But it goes by all their rules, mate. They're unable to tell me, no, you can't do that, because if they're doing that, then they are also saying, no, men can't play in women's sports. Do you get me? Yeah, because of what they identify as. I can do exactly the same thing. Checkmate. Check. Mate. There you go. I even managed to get the non-binary bit in there by saying I'm a non-digital clock, non-digital, non-binary clock.
Look, I want to debate you and on why you and everyone should vote green. Vote green. Being funny.
Oh my God. I thought you were coming up, Drew. Are you coming up or not?
I did put the link up. Anyone wants to come up and have their say? Was he being so that vote green? That's hilarious. Drew. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. I'm trying to whisk through, so apologies. I've got to ignore some. But if you really want to get my attention, you can do a super chat or a Ko-fi. Who's? Oh, there we go. Start there. Who is going to the march in May? May the 16th. Who's going? Who's going?
It's in London, isn't it? In London.
Yep. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm joking. Hello, your name's Drew Lang, not Joe King.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's right, Lisa. Anyone can. You are correct.
Yeah. That's for Advance UK, isn't it?
YTGNBN. It's I suppose as a whole, if you agree with Restore, but we're going through some tweets. Literally, the last one's on screen now. We've been through 3. It's just with what's been said in those tweets, to see what people think about it. Like you just said there, like, man is not woman. Like, if you don't agree with that, then, but
Yeah.
it's basically about regards these certain tweets. I read them and then people discuss and go, yeah, that's good, that's bad, or, oh, I agree with half of it, but not that, or whatever, or I wholeheartedly believe in Rupert Lowe and what he said. I mean, the tweets that we read are good. Even on the last one, though, I did literally stop myself because he's saying about like what Ben Habib said, like if you're having kids and the tax breaks. And I was like, straight away, I was like, oh, that sounds a bit like Ben. Do you know what I mean? So, where's he getting his inspiration from on some of it? Not all of it, but some of it. It seems like he's been listening to people.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But I mean, yeah, we're oh, good news, bad news. Oh, that's what GNBN stands for. Good news, bad news. It's a big black screen at the moment at the back end there. Good news, bad news. What do we call you as a name? But we'll have to see.
YT.
I can't see it at the moment, mate. I can't even see a logo.
I had to unplug the camera. I had to unplug the camera and then
Camera
replug it back in again, and it worked. That was yesterday. So Pansy's brought. Well, you're not that far down actually. I'll wait until you get to it. But Pansy's got one there, which I sort of agree with. Yeah. But then again, that was the thing that the woman said. Who was that ex-prison guard when she said it's on a base by base basis. If you've had so many surgeries and you truly think you're a woman and you've had so many surgeries that you including bottom surgery and everything, and you actually look like a woman, then why are you even going to get pulled up when you walk into a ladies' room? Why are you even going to get pulled up then? Whereas if you've got a beard and you look like, what's his name? That brat who keeps going around Disney World. You can even see Adam's apple.
Hello.
Him.
Hello.
Can you guys
You hear
hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I can hear too.
Oh, good. Hey, yeah.
Well, the Scottish dude is obviously me.
That's
Yes, the Scottish one's Drew. And
Drew.
Good news is the lady. So we'll talk to the lady
Yeah.
and we'll ignore the man.
Of course, ladies first.
No. Dude joined before I did his mic. I had a bit of trouble with my mic. I couldn't get it working for some reason. But
I was exactly the
let
same.
let
You're being
let dude go
silenced.
first.
It was the
It's-
Jews.
Eh?
They were silencing you.
Was-
It must be the Jews. Everything
Oh, was
comes
it?
down to the Jews, doesn't it? They play with
No,
your
I don't
microphone.
agree with that personally, but I don't
Me
have
neither.
any disregard for the Jewish people.
That's all we ever hear.
At the end of the day, mate, I'm a Christian. We have Judaism to thank for Christianity, so I have no disregard for or
Yep.
ill intent
As soon as
towards
people say that,
Judaism
I'm
whatsoever.
like, yeah, literally, it's a case of like, you got to remember, Jesus is a Jew. You're going to meet the bloke when you die.
Correct.
So don't
Thank
do
you. Yeah,
anything
church did
against
not
Jews.
exist. The church did not exist for at least 100 years, as in it could be established and recognized as a religious body for at least 100 years after Jesus' death. He had quite a few thousand followers, within his lifetime. There were over 3,000 people recorded at the Sermon of the Mount. So, the church didn't exist when Jesus was actually alive. That's something that's come about afterwards. Anyway, all that aside, I'm in the LGBT community. I'm gay myself, and I just wanted to join because I heard you guys obviously talking about, women's protected spaces and what it means to be a woman and all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the
But
LGBT.
what I've just read,
L-
right? You're saying
Yeah.
what I've just read from the Rupert Lowe's tweet, yeah? Of the
Correct.
what you
yeah.
said about men
correct,
being,
yeah.
yeah, okay,
Referring
cool,
to
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the one. Was
yeah.
yeah.
So, a
So
bit slowly.
in the LGBT community, I have the stance that the LGB needs to separate from the T. And the
Yeah.
reason for that is for something quite specific, that gender and sexuality are not two things that are tied together. And there's evidence of this, because if sexuality was tied to your gender, all females would be one sexuality, and all males would be the other sexuality. Therefore, sexuality cannot be tied to gender. Hence why you can get a male that transitions to female that still dates men, or you can get a male that transitions to female that then dates women. I know someone who transitioned from male to female. He was straight before his transition. His sexuality didn't change. So therefore, when he had his sex change, technically he's then referred to as a lesbian, because he's then identified as a woman. But, if people want to live like that, that's your choice to do so. But to look at things, and try and play fair to all angles, because I cannot fathom what it must feel like to have that level of body dysmorphia and what that does to your mental health, because that is why these people do this, and that needs to be acknowledged.
Absolutely.
But what I might
But
say
you shouldn't
on
be
that
enforcing that
is
on
then-
other people.
No.
Yeah, but they're not
Like,
all
we
like
create
that, though.
spaces for disabled people. We create spaces in toilets for disabled people. Okay, so we have a section for transgender people, where all transgender people, if you're transgender, we have a male transgender, a female transgender, a disabled, and regular male female changing rooms. Problem solved. It's quite simple. There's loads. People love to talk about problems, but they never like to suggest solutions. Why don't we bring the topic down to, here's a problem, what's a good way of, how can we actually solve this? And that's why I love channels like yours, because you're
Well, maybe
trying to
a
come up with these.
a disabled cubicle is actually private anyway, right? I can't
Correct,
see why we can't change the badge or the label on a disabled toilet so that anyone can go in there.
I mean, yeah, but then that might then delay access for disability. I would say that we have 3 separate toilets, one for the regular male female, one for disabled, one for transgender, because a disabled person shouldn't be able to lose out from using a facility that is designed for them, with all the banisters and everything, and the accessibility, with the toilet being lower or sinks being lower. Like, a transgender person doesn't need the sink or toilet to be lower. They need regular stuff like regular people. If they're disabled and transgender, great, use the disabled toilet. If you feel more comfortable in the transgender changing room, no problem. But if we've got these facilities for, we say we want to integrate people into society, but we only do half a job of it. And if we had these simple solutions, I genuinely feel there would be less tension. We have a Para-Olympics. Why don't we have a transgender Olympics?
True.
Do you know what I mean?
But
The solutions are so simple.
I get that, but I don't think there'd be enough people for the Olympics. But I know what you're saying. But what my
that's what I'm saying. There
is
shouldn't be male and female. I agree with
where
you.
were all these people 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? We never had this problem until people.
No, they were there. They were there, but they
let me
felt
finish. Let me
that
finish.
their voices weren't allowed to be listened to.
Wait,
And I understand
know
that
what
as a gay
saying.
person myself.
Let me get there. There. Because you literally answered what I'm going to say as well. What we got today, the last, no, it's fine. It's a bit hard when we're like microphones and talking. So I get it. But everything that we have today when I say it's not there 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what I'm talking about is what we are seeing with LGBTQ plus I, penguin, banana, helicopter, all that stuff.
Oh, it's
There's
word
always
salad, isn't
been,
it?
yeah, there's always been transgender people. I've had jobs where I've actually been dealing with transgender people. At no point have they ever in the history of their lives and of who they are done what's happening today. Like, we want to use women's toilets and that.
Yeah.
I've watched Blair White for how
Yeah, no,
long?
I agree with that, Wiz.
I did not
I agree
realise
with
she
that,
was
buddy.
transgender. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I
Also,
thought
it's
she was
going to
quite
take a lot.
pretty. Do you know what I mean? So
It's going to
But-
take a lot of infrastructure as well to be able to fit an extra like toilet in a pub or something like that. It's not going to be able to happen.
yeah,
You
but
know
it's
what I
been
mean?
abused. That's what I'm getting
they
at.
got-
It's been
no, they're just gonna-
abused.
Yeah, but they're going to have to just stick
So-
to disabled toilets there. Just put a different.
but being
sticker on
transgender
there.
is not a disability. So
But
I
no,
can
exactly. That's what I'm
understand
saying.
why good
So
news.
yeah, so put a different label on the toilet. You know what I mean? In nightclub where I used to go, the disabled toilets were constantly empty. You know, anyone could get in there. They weren't a queue, and I do appreciate that you're only up for the LGBT. Rather than the queue and the dogs dressed as bananas or whatever.
I'm actually only up for the LGB. I want the LGB
that's
to
fine.
separate from the T and the rest of it
Yeah, that's right,
completely
yeah,
because
yeah.
there's
Like-
only
like-
two genders, period.
Yes.
like Tyler
What can we
Varia.
call you?
He does
we
it.
just
Sex
call you
is not
good news?
gender.
No, it isn't. It's a genre, if you ask me.
We forgot.
You can
We
call me
forgot about
Ace.
you, Drew.
You can
2
call me
secs,
Ace,
mate. Do we
Yeah.
just call you good news or good?
Well, you could. The good news, bad news. I'm actually going to be starting my own YouTube channel. I would
Alright.
consider myself very educated with politics,
Okay.
geopolitics,
excellent.
world history, religion, so on, so on. I tend
Yeah.
to only watch factual stuff. And
Yeah.
these conversations, I've got a lot of things to say about a lot of things. So I'm going to start my own channel, but that's just the name of the channel. My name is not in public, so I can go by
That's
Ace,
fine.
ACE.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my new grandson's name, Ace. So,
It's
yeah,
a cool name, man. It's a cool name.
It's Ace. That's what it is.
Ace. It
That's
is
why I
Ace,
am
yes.
the wizard.
See,
First thing I
we
will
could-
say is on my about page, you got my email address. Email me, and I'll have you as a guest, and you can pop up here and there, and you can
Yeah.
advertise yourself on my channel while we're
Mm.
talking, and hopefully that'll
Wiz,
promote.
you've
your
got the
channel
same
too.
ideas as me, my friend. I was going to be doing the same thing with people that I watch regularly. I wanted to invite
Yep.
them to the show. Get the conversation going. We need to get the right wing
Mhm.
unified, and that
Yeah.
that requires the people.
100%.
We are the
Yeah.
right wing, and it's
Yeah.
down to us to organize.
Absolutely.
And I
yeah.
feel like people like yourself, 2C, there's loads of content creators that are trying
Yep.
to get the right
Yep.
united. So
Well, if I can help
yeah.
you, let me know. I've
yeah,
got
great.
no
I
issue.
really
can,
appreciate
like,
that, buddy.
I mean,
Thank you.
even if you were
I'll do
to,
anything to
go,
help anyone.
you understand the communication route of the college, what that does with the Advance UK party. Maybe if you had something structured around Advance UK, maybe if you even put yourself
Bro,
up as
I've got a few videos. I'm actually going to be voting Restore,
Okay.
and I have specific reasons for that.
right.
But so my label, I'm an ethno internationalist. What does that mean? That is someone that views that every country worldwide should be ethnically of its native populace.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
makes sense,
Yep.
yeah.
I
100%.
believe that Pakistan should remain Pakistani. I
Yeah.
believe that India should remain Indian, China, Russia, America, whatever country, fill in the ... That
Yeah.
native ethnicity is what that country should remain as, period. And that also applies to England. That also applies to Scotland, Wales, Ireland, period.
Yeah. Yeah. I do
I'm
feel
an
that.
ethno-internationalist. Yeah.
I do feel that we have a lot of friends though that are not necessarily English; they're British. We have a lot of friends
And
like
that's
that.
fine,
What-
dude.
yeah.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
I mean, we've got Monday with Mose. We love Mose to bits. He's great. We've got Baraka who shared his live.
I love
stream from the-
Baraka, bro.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
really gives
Exactly.
inspiration, doesn't he? Yeah.
But do you not think that? Did you not hear some people that are maybe whispering into Rupert Lowe's ears about Baraka and things like that? And do you not think you might get tarred with the same brush with having that particular label?
So I have a political solution that
Okay.
I hope Rupert might get wind of, and
Okay.
we have a, in Christianity, that famous saying, "Do unto others
Mhm.
as you would have done unto thyself." So
yourself,
I would like to take that one step further with "give unto others as they give unto us."
Yeah.
And you can apply this across the board. So immigration, let's just start with immigration. It is not right for a country to say you can't come here because you're black. That is absolutely disgusting. This is the 21st century. We don't need to live like that. It's disgusting.
Mhm.
However, if you are from a country that says that you can't come here if you're from XYZ country, then we need to apply that country to our ban list as well.
Right.
If that country has, 20% of their population is of our origin, then 20% of our population should be of their origin. We need to be. This is the problem I see, is that we're giving and we're giving and we're giving, but actually, if we were to go to other countries, do we get that? I mean,
No.
ask yourself these questions. If I, as a British native, went to Pakistan and I had a really bad accident, I needed to go to hospital, how would I even achieve that? I'd have to have a fortune.
Insurance.
Yeah, we just give everything out for free.
Which would
I'm
probably
sorry.
be in like Palestine or wherever. You would need a very high insurance thing because of your sexuality kind of thing. Because if
Exactly.
it gets sorted
So,
out,
I think that's the point we need to move down. Give unto others as they give unto us. And maybe the other knock-on effect from that is it might stop the levels of immigration of people coming over here, because then they're going to be more actively encouraged to fix their own countries. Because if that country is blocked for migration, say, for example, we've got 5% of our population in their population, that means that they can't have more than 5% of their population in ours. So if they want more of our population in theirs so that they can have more in ours, then they need to fix their own countries to encourage us to want to even live there. Why don't white people go to Pakistan? Unless you're Islamic. No one wants to go there because it's not a very well maintained country, and that's not
Because it's a shithole.
actually incorrect.
I doubt very much I'll be able to set up a corner shop in Pakistan, would I?
So, and this is what I'm
Selling
saying, there's
bacon.
lots of knock-on effects from having these sorts of rules in place. It might encourage these countries to actually step up to the plate, and instead of just abandoning their own countries and then coming to the West and enjoying everything we've built whilst calling us racist at every opportunity that they get. I'm sorry, but like the British people, guys, we need to take a look at our part. Winston Churchill defended the British shores for 18 months solo-handed.
Europe face.
Were under Nazi occupation. America hadn't really joined the war yet, and Churchill did it 18 months by himself. So to say we can't stop the boats, it's absolutely ridiculous. But that's not actually the biggest. That's not the biggest problem with immigration. It's actually legal immigration that's caused the most damage, not illegal. So, the illegal is definitely more of a concern because we don't know who these people are, and I think that's the point of view most British people have. So,
That thing I'll put up on the screen there, is that how you spell it?
What's that, buddy? Yeah,
Can
good
you
news,
see the
bad news,
screen?
capital. Yeah. That's
Is that right? Yeah, cool.
Perfect. That's the one. Thanks, buddy.
Let me just go through two super chats.
Yeah, I'll be starting to put content out as of next month, I'm going to be getting a webcam and sorting out my backdrop, because otherwise I'm just sitting in my room that looks a bit shit. So I want a nice backdrop, you know,
What you're
make it
saying?
look nice, and then I'll.
You
No,
can't
no,
get
no, bro. Look, you've got nice backdrops. You've got some pictures up. You got a nice couch, and
Got me,
yeah,
got me,
you guys look great.
me
You guys
lights.
look great.
Smurf.
Got me the lights.
Yeah, I'm
switching.
sitting here with a blank back wall, mate. So yeah,
I've got Smurf,
Shannon's-
mate.
I've
You ain't got
the
Smurf. You
ideas.
ain't no friend of mine. You ain't coming in.
No,
Got a
I
Smurf.
don't have a Smurf. No, I don't
Yeah,
have
we're
a
sorting
Smurf.
out some shelves next
They're
week.
all those paintings. They're mine. I sold one because I had it
Yeah,
behind me.
I've watched
for
your
who's
channel for
here.
a while, mate. I've seen a few of them. They're really good.
So
Thank you.
self-taught
Well-
because of mental health stuff. Right, let me do these quick things. I differentiate between civically and ethnically British because one has an ancestral tie to the land and whose culture made it the greatest in the world. And then he followed up with Britain didn't become what it was because of the civically British. The ethnic British must remain the overwhelming majority to maintain it. You talk as a black man. Dunny.
There you go.
You said
Yeah.
a few things there that are quite impressive. Thanks for the super chats and supporting the channel as well, Ty. I appreciate it. A sensible man. Look, we're with a result tonight. We've had Ty come on who's sensible. We got good news, bad news, sensible, and we're going to now hear from Drew. Please tell me you're sensible.
All right.
All
Right.
right.
I want to talk about this gender dysphoria stuff that it's now been normalised to suit the trans community. There was a time when doctors used to say when a patient had gender dysphoria, it was mental health issues. You had cases where people wanting to cut limbs off, like extreme cases, and it was treated as a mental health issue. Why is it now today getting normalised and making it all about gender?
Yeah.
Why are we now normalising mental health issues? Like, to me, it's ridiculous.
If Wizard had watched my video that I gave him, but he forgot to download it, he could have watched what were it called? Am I a Woman? What is a woman? Rather,
What is a woman, Matt Walsh?
yeah, Matt Walsh. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like,
that's
I
I
that
can
was
tell you what a
two-
woman is.
Go on then.
Well, I'm
It's
one.
not hard, is it?
I'm a lesbian,
Yeah.
so I like women. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an adult human
Biological
female.
adult
Me too.
female. It's that simple.
An adult human female. There you go. Yeah,
I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Love it.
aren't we all?
What?
But I just don't understand how society now we're just normalising mental health issues. I just don't get it to not offend a very small, minute part of
Right.
society. I think it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I think it all gets ridiculous when men who look like Wiz, are trying to get into ladies' bathroom because they've got a mini skirt on or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
You're very beardy, mate.
Like, it was only 11 or 12 years ago. If you seen a dude in a dress, you were like, they're going on a stag do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
See,
and now you're like, is it a woman? No, it's not a woman. It's a dude in a dress. Like, it's just absurd.
My uncle was trans, and he liked dressing up like a lady. We never saw it as children. He kept that, to himself in his own, I don't know, his own little circles or whatever. But he did actually get arrested once for loitering with a man around this. Well, for the want of a better word, it was an actual dike. it was next to a farmyard dike, right? And it was down that particular road down there. He got arrested, and that was back in 1970s, 1975, something like that. But yeah. And then obviously when I grew up and learned, and then I found out that my uncle Bill was a transvestite, like but we never saw him as a transvestite.
I think the
So,
problem
Alec, what's your
nowadays
excuse then?
is internet. Everyone. Sorry, mate. I
Yeah.
spoke over you. Say it again.
So I was asking Alec what his excuse was for being a trans.
Right, because I reckon
I'm just kidding.
if it wasn't for the internet, everyone getting all likes and views and all that. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you are genuinely a trans person, male or female, you would not be putting your struggle all over the internet.
Yeah.
Once you
Exactly.
got through it, you would.
If-
But You wouldn't in real life, because I don't start putting up about my mental health. Oh, I'm having a bad moment. Quick, let me film it because I'm going to get loads of views. You don't do that.
Yeah,
So these people
click
that are
view
doing
mentality.
it's an insult to the real transgender people. Ask Blair White. Where's your experience of going through it, mate? I didn't put it all over the internet. No, you didn't, because it was your struggle in your house. Now, my sister was also gay, and all this stuff probably would shock her. But sadly, she decided, like, unlike myself, she was successful in removing herself from the planet. Because it's hard enough being gay, let alone transgender. So no, you would not throw it all over the internet. Look at me, love on me, poor me. It's crap. And that's why when you were saying it, good news, bad news, that's what I was trying to get to the point of what it is today. It's taking the PISS, because it's an insult to the real trans people. And it really irks me, because being that my sister was gay and that was hard enough and she couldn't cope with that, I dread to think what it's like as a real, like what you said yourself, someone having that sort of body dysmorphia. It must be awful, like to look at yourself in the mirror and not recognize it. Like, we know God does not make mistakes, but for people to have that, something in their life maybe has triggered that, and it's awful. And to turn around and go, because I decide to dye my hair purple and go out and say I'm a woman, then I'm a woman and I'm trans. That's an insult to the whole transgender community that are genuine. That's my rant.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Right, but
I mean,
can I ask this lady here, just for you talking about the transgender community, why do they get so much mainstream airtime, but yet the people who are detransitioned, they get zero airtime to talk about why they detransitioned?
Wrong narrative,
Thank
mate.
you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up, because it's something that was actually just going through my mind.
Because
that girl sued in America, $2 million she won, $2 million because she detransitioned.
Before I got banned off of Twitter, I was aware of the detransition groups in the communities, and the research that I'd done on it, they all had one thing in common, that they all said they just had mental health issues, and they thought that transitioning was going to help their mental health issues, and it just made it worse. So why are we normalizing this?
Absolutely.
And let's be honest, you know, when I was 6 years old, I wanted to be a bloody fairy. What did I know about life and gender and the world? I wanted to be a bloody fairy. Like, come on, you can't expect a child to be able to make these levels of decision.
No, but nowadays,
they don't understand the full complex of, you know, situations that are going to occur in the future.
Yeah, nowadays in schools, they would hand you a little magic wand and a pair of fairy wings and said, okay, then that's you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that would have been me. I would be sitting here waving my little wand with a pair. I'm so glad that I grew up when I did. I'm an 84 child. Yeah, I'm an 84 child, me.
Yeah.
So,
84.
Like when I was a kid, even teenage years, this was unheard of.
Yeah.
This was unheard of. So why all of a sudden are we getting it now?
Yeah, I blame TikTok.
That's a problem.
I can blame.
I wanted to be He-Man. That didn't work, did it?
More like Skeletor.
More like She-Ra. I'll tell you what, though. Hey, good news. You might appreciate this. You might have heard it. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you my story anyway. I was coming back from Tesco, and a bloke leaned out of his car window, and his mate was behind him, and he called his mate, looked over to me, and went, "Oi!" He goes, "You're Jesus. I thought you were dead." And I've looked around him, and this is quick. I turned around and went, "If you carried on reading, you would have worked out I got resurrected." I thought, what a comeback.
Love it. Yeah. Brilliant.
What a comeback.
Brilliant.
But when I was working on the doors, everyone used to it's either call me Gandalf because my hair was like this.
Yeah,
or
Gandalf,
it was a dodgy venue. I had to tie it all back and put it in a French plait or a plait because obviously and put my beanie on it because it's a bit of a violent thing and they like to pull your hair and everything. You know, not that I don't mind that. You know, you pull harder. No,
straight upgrade into Viking mode.
Yeah, that's it, because it is shaved around the back and sides. And then I'll turn up and they'll go, "Oh, we had Gandalf last week. Now we got Ragnar." I used to be.
when I hadn't gone downtown for about 6 years, and when I finally went there, a mate of mine said, "Crikey me, I thought you were dead." I said, "Well, why ain't you at home mourning?"
Din.
They were out there nightclubbing and stuff. You know what I mean? Well, why ain't you at home mourning then?
Stop
I
the
don't know
bags
about you
identified
two,
as an
but-
alien.
I just don't have the energy to do the clubbing anymore. Like the hangovers. Oh, no thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
3 days of feeling like that. No thanks.
Yeah. Well,
No,
I've got a
ain't
sleep
worth
apnea.
it.
I use a sleep apnea mask, and that actually evaporates hangovers off. You know. Yeah.
Well, they
I
say
had
the
a,
best cure for hangovers stay drunk, isn't it?
yeah, but no, I won't do that. No, I just wear
Me
my
neither.
mask overnight. I don't know what it is. It's just like a magical cure. It just gets rid of your hangover. It's brilliant. I mean, other day I did wake up with a massive hangover. The tip was almost touching the rug at the side of the bed.
Wow.
I don't know if I got that or not.
And
I'm
I
a
go
little
to
bit
go over
slow
your
on
head.
humour sometimes.
I tell you what, good news. I actually invented a joke and I put it up on YouTube because I invented it. I was so impressed with it. Even my missus laughs, and she never laughs at my jokes. And
Oh
I
my
said,
God! Right.
like,
Okay.
well, you've heard it. I said, what is it if
I'm waiting.
I'm actually a man, but I identify as a van. Does that make me trans it?
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
that's
Yeah. Mm.
Wait,
Yeah.
well, now you've got CL in chat. He's now identifying as a B2 bomber, so he can go over and defend our troops over in Cyprus.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah,
That's my
I'm
grandson. He's a
identifying
B2
as
bomber.
Well, I
Sorry.
used to have a
I-
white. I used to have a white transit van that I used to call Lily Savage because it were a white tranny.
if we're in a
Bad,
debate
man.
and I don't agree with you, I
Yeah.
identify as right, therefore you have to acknowledge that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
good
the
one.
way
It
to
goes
end
in
it.
so
Number
many
one.
ways. It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Cool.
mean, I can't
It
wait to
walks
see the
like a
data in
duck
like
and it
30,
quacks
in
like
30
a
years when you're going to have all these women coming out with prostate cancer. Like that's just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're moaning at doctors and nurses for identifying him as a man. You know what I mean? Oh, I can't poop quite right. All right, okay. Then this gentleman can't poop. Oh no, I'm a lady. Yeah, and then they find out it's prostate cancer or something or whatever. You know? Yeah.
Oh, it's classic.
Yeah,
Well,
women don't
I
have a
just-
prostate.
I just
Not
thought
the
one of the
last time I
strangest.
checked.
Yeah.
I just
no.
thought one of the strangest things
Well,
was
bloody hope
when
not.
they started adding this queer stuff, because I remember back in the 80s and early 90s, all the gay people out protesting, they didn't want to be called queer because they seen it as a derogatory term. But now it seems to be a trendy thing to get called. So how do real gay people feel about that now?
Yeah.
Insulted, I expect.
I don't personally use that term, but I
Yeah.
understand there are people out there that have decided to adopt a new narrative for that term.
Hmm.
I've spoken about that particular term myself with my mum and dad. You know, when my parents, my dad is 81, my mum's just about to go 80, so they're quite old for parents. And my completely lost my train of thought then, sorry. It's gone. It's literally
alright.
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I thought I had it and it's gone again. No, sorry guys. Sorry. Confused
You were
me.
going to
got to
tell us
ask you
about
something.
queer?
It's always happening to me.
I need to ask
What
something.
was it you
because
got?
it's always
What was it? Go on.
You were going to tell us about a grandparent, something to do with queer.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Queer, the term
There you
queer,
go.
yeah. Back in my parents' days, you know, when they were in their early 20s, so we're talking like 1960s, if someone was queer, that was like a term to say that they're really happy and joyful.
I think that was gay.
That was gay.
Gay?
Gay means happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gay.
Queer.
Is it gay?
Queer would be.
Maybe
queer
it's
would
gay,
be.
queer. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no,
It's,
yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
my bad.
It was
you're
on
right.
Love
Yeah, yeah.
Hearts,
Oh,
the sweet.
Queer would be
Used by
someone
this,
who's attracted
That's
to
the one.
the same-sex attraction would be queer. Yeah, back
But
in
you can
them
buy
days,
Love
because
Hearts and it
that's how
says
looked
I'm gay, and they had to
Mm.
take it out.
like. Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
it's insulting.
understand from that perspective, you know, the narrative has changed on the word from gay meaning, you know, something derogatory to now that's just an accepted term.
Yeah.
But I guess that's maybe what's happened with the word queer.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
I don't personally use that word,
I-
but I'm not against other people if they want to do unto, live and let live. If you want to identify as that, that's fine. Just don't
Yeah.
expect me to
Yeah.
have to conform
Yeah.
to that as well, because it's not how I
I
think.
mean,
No,
that's
no.
a bit of a
Sorry.
cop out, though, live and let live. I mean, when it's starting to affect children now, no, you can't just live and let live. When I'm hearing terms all the time about trans kids, like that's getting ridiculous. Like, I'm all
live and
about live and let live
should
when it comes to
be-
homosexual people,
Yeah.
but not when
Yeah.
it comes to
yeah,
this trans
live and let
garbage.
live. You wouldn't. So we need to take a little bit of rationality with what we're saying here. You wouldn't
Mhm.
live and let live for a child. They don't understand the consequences
No.
of their actions yet.
Absolutely.
We're talking about adults. So
Yeah.
if an adult person at 24 years old wants to label themselves as queer, crack on. I don't
Yeah.
care. It doesn't affect
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like, if you
Okay.
want me
Like
to
having
call you
a,
queer, that's no problem. But like, if you're a male
Yeah.
and you've got a beard and you're in the female changing rooms because the males is packed out and stinks, and you
Yeah.
just
Why
want
are
to
you
come into
using
the
me as an
female
example
toilets
again?
no, just men in general, and they
Long
want
hair
to
and
come into the
beard.
ladies and identify as a
See,
woman.
look,
No, you're
Here's
Yeah,
Southern Blue in
exactly.
chat. The old
Like-
dictionary definition of the word queer, it meant strange or weird. That's why homosexual people hated being called queer, but yet now it's just to be accepted.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they want
But-
to do that, I don't use the word dyke for myself. I use the word.
No.
I just say I'm gay. I don't even say I'm lesbian because
No.
that just sounds weird.
But it's a
Like,
derogatory
I'm gay.
term.
Like,
But,
yeah,
you know, we're,
we know what the word gay means. Gay
we're-
doesn't mean something different when you
No.
go from male to female. So
No.
I don't know why
no.
we've got all these
I mean,
stupid terms like
I think
bisexual is a
you.
needed term.
I think
but,
gender is basically
That's
a
what I want
word
to talk
play
to you about.
on genre. Yeah, as in a genre of music. I think gender is like kind of almost an anagram of genre, right? Or genred is a perfect anagram of gender, right? And it's the genre of the person. Do you get me? So, like, you
Yeah.
might be a male with female characteristics, if you like, as in how you present yourself and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I think that's been mixed up with that.
Yeah, like I'm
Someone's
a
played on the word. Mm,
I'm a fairly tomboy sort of girl.
yeah.
Like I'm not a butch lesbian, but I'm also not put on dresses, high heels, and handbags,
Yeah.
nails, and lipstick. I'm not one of those sorts of lesbians.
Yeah.
I wear
I,
tight tops,
yeah.
skinny jeans.
Yeah.
It's obvious I'm a lesbian, but I don't do butch at all.
No.
So it's a
Yeah.
You
spectrum,
sound pretty
with
feminine, I'll give you
everything.
that.
So
Yeah. A few
Right,
years
I
ago,
need
I impregnated a closet lesbian, and now my grandson thinks he's a cat. Honestly. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what
Just
to say about that.
Well, because we couldn't. My son was so confused. You know what I mean? It must be. That's the only thing I can think of, because she moved him away to somewhere where I couldn't gain access or anything like that. She classed me as an absent father and changed his surname from my surname to her surname, which was sickening. You know what I
Sorry to
mean?
hear that.
Yeah.
Do you know what it
was
is,
sickening.
Electra Doc? It's
What?
like Barb's son, isn't it? If your son's a cat, it's because his dad's a pussy. Oh, get in.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, mate. I love you, really. I was only joking. Right. I
I'm
need
gonna
to
have
know
to
you
remember
love
that
me.
one. That's brilliant.
I know you
know.
love me. I'm a pussy.
I'm too quick. That's why I keep licking the screen when I look at you.
Well,
No, I
Wes,
don't really.
before you
Look
start
down
reading
there.
messages, can somebody please identify as a prime minister and go in and boot Starmer out?
I wish.
Yeah.
Can anybody
need
do that?
Right. I've got to ask this because I think good news, bad news will. Like, this bugs me because I used to talk about this with my sister. Like, even when she told me she was gay, I was like, yeah, but we need to talk about the bisexual thing, right? What the
Go on,
point
yeah, sure.
of bisexual, right? If I sat here now and said to you, right, I am single, I am bisexual, you think, okay, cool. Now, if I said to you now I am with a man, I'm now gay. If I then decided to go out with a woman, I am now straight. So Where
Bisexual.
So the way that
if I'm
most
single.
gay people would term that, way that most bisexual people would term that is, yes, I'm bisexual, but I'm currently in a straight relationship. I'm currently in a
Yeah,
gay
that's-
relationship, and then
yeah,
that
that's what I
sort of
get told,
depicts what side of the spectrum they're on within their
But
identity. So
if I was with a woman,
yeah.
I'm nothing to do with the LGB, nothing, because I'm straight now.
Yeah, but
And then-
if that
oh, yeah,
woman
but by the
likes
way,
two
I have
guys,
slept with
then
men.
what, you'd say no?
Well, you're with a woman, so you can't cheat on her.
Yeah, but okay,
for that
okay.
now,
So
you're straight.
women
no longer
also
bisexual.
women
Need
right,
a wig.
women also can too be bisexual. So what if you were to find a partner and you and that partner wanted to explore together and that partner was open to you and her being with another male or female?
If it was a woman, it's a
You see where
bonus,
I'm-
but a male ain't happening.
Well, I'm just using examples. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
one works, one doesn't. I like that.
yeah, like I think it doesn't change the fact that you're bisexual just because you're in a relationship with a female. Even if that relationship is 25, 50 years strong, you still will have attractions to men. It's not something that you can just turn off. It's not a light switch,
Oh,
is the way I
yeah.
like to describe it, and
Yeah.
I can quite easily give an instigation on that. Okay, if it's that idea, if being gay is a choice, choose to be gay right now. Find that woman attractive. Find if you're a man, find that man attractive. Go and kiss that man and be turned on by it. You can't. It's not something you can just do and actually connect with because it's not who you are.
Yep.
So
I think my view may have been a bit cynical. So yeah, when you think about it like that, yeah.
Can we look at it this way? I'm sorry, the lady. What's your name again?
Good
I
news,
go
bad
by
news.
Ace online. Well, I go
Ace.
by Ace on
Yeah.
Ace online when I'm in these sorts of discussions,
Right,
but when
so
I'm on my
Ace
channel, I'll be
online.
GMBN.
Ace online, you're a lesbian. I don't know if you have a partner. Let's say hypothetically you don't. If you met a man that identifies as a woman, okay, but he's still got his man bits.
I know where you're going with that. No, I wouldn't.
Would you still be a lesbian?
No. Wait. So you're saying
Wouldn't be
if
attracted to
you're
him.
a man in trans? Are you saying from the perspective if you're a man in transition that
Yep.
still has all his male genitalia that
Yeah, but
likes
is-
women? But is transitioning to a woman that they
Or-
would then rightly be called a lesbian? Is that what you're asking?
Or even if he has his bits cut off, but his
Well,
sex is still male,
for
'cause
me,
you can't change your sex.
I think this is kind of a bit of a difficult line to draw because we've all got our own conclusions on this. For me, as a female, my personal view, you've got two stages of transition. You've got the mental transition, which is the realization that you think you're of the opposite gender. And then you've got the physical transition, which is where you actually introduce that into your life. You tell people, you change your physical appearance, you change your pronouns, all of that stuff. I'm in the community, so I know what a lot of these people have had to go through. I've got some trans friends. I've expressed my views to them, and they've expressed their views to me, and we just agreed to disagree, and we're still friends. But for me, until you've completed both phases, you're not of the opposite gender. Now the problem I have is I'm quite happy to call someone who has gone through both parts of that transition, the mental and the physical transition, into the opposite gender. I'm quite happy to then use that person's pronouns. That's not a problem. I don't want to offend someone. However, what I do have a problem with is the fact that boxing, classic example, we watched a male to female transgender person literally beat the living daylights out of a genetically born female. I think they're referred to as
Was that that
cisgender. Like, I
MMA
get so
fight? That was
sick of all
disgusting.
these.
That's
Yeah, I get so sick
Khalifa,
of
I've
all
done
these
a video about
termings.
it. I called him a cheat.
That should have been stopped. Like within a few seconds of it starting. Would you allow in public a man? He has male genetics. Men are physically able to lift more than women. Men are physically able to run further than women, faster than women, harder than women. Like when it comes to the physical attributes, men are far better, you know, from an evolutionary point of view. You're more equipped to deal with the hunter aspect.
Yeah.
Women are more evolutionary designed to deal with, you know, the nurturing aspect. So we would, back in the cave days, we would have been with the little hub and keeping all the kids safe, and the men would have been going out doing all the fighting, getting the food, blah blah blah, bringing it back. And that hasn't changed today. Those roles are still very much essential. The male today needs to remember that, you know, you are male, and if you feel that you're not male, then you want to transition. That's your choice to do so, but you still have the body of a male. You still have the Y chromosome.
Absolutely.
And until that Y chromosome can be removed and replaced with an X chromosome, I'm sorry, genetically, you are male.
Yeah.
And you have the benefits of the genetics of a male. So pitching a male against a female in some sports should just be outrightly banned. You know, other sports, darts, maybe, I don't know. Can a man throw a dart harder than a woman? Where do you want to start drawing the lines? Do you know what I mean? But things like boxing, definitely no. What are we doing?
Definitely.
I've got
But
the.
then, this all goes back to my earlier question, though. Like what you're just saying, a man is physically impossible to be a woman, and vice versa. So why is society accommodating their delusions? Like, that's not healthy. It's not healthy on society at all.
I think it's because, you know, we've got all of these groups that have arisen through social development. So we've got the LGBT community have arisen. We've got, you know, people that are left wing, people that are right wing, all of these things that develop as a society grows and ages. So with that comes, you know, how much it's integrated into society. So for example, Pride Month, you know, every year there's a month where being gay is celebrated all over the world, and it varies from country to country which month it's in. Now, do I agree with that as an LGBT person? Yes, not just because I'm LGBT, but because gay people have actually had to fight for the right to even love each other publicly. Straight people have never had to do that. So we should have the right to acknowledge that we've had these struggles, and now we are socially accepted. I'm sorry, but in 1950, if you were caught holding hands with another person of the same gender, you were literally at the point of being put in prison. If you don't believe me, Google it, and that's only 75 years ago. So, you know, we haven't. These things are being introduced into society, and celebrating these things being in society is fantastic. We should be doing this as people. We should be celebrating the great things that we include in our society. You know, when the English invite other cultures over and we let them open up food shops, that's us helping to celebrate their culture. Otherwise, what's the point of bringing them over here? What, just to do English things? Like,
but what can I just say what you said a second ago
just
is
the way we
actually true.
things, so yeah,
because men and women, again, due to beliefs like the trans people with their beliefs, like let's say for example in Ireland, how many years was somebody from Dublin not allowed to marry somebody from, say, Belfast? How
yeah, I
like
mean,
they were not allowed to do that because of their beliefs, just the same way as what you're saying about gay people's beliefs and their feelings and stuff.
Is that with the split between the Catholic and the Protestant Church?
Yes, that's what I'm saying with their beliefs. Yeah. So there's always
that was a shit show. That was
people out there that have had to hide how they feel sexually.
Yeah,
and that,
I mean,
that was
you know,
straight people.
Like I say, I think it's just we're still going through the phases of the integration of said ideas into society. These aren't things that happen in just one decade. These are things that happen in centuries for it to actually be normalized. You know, there will be a point in time when, you know, be asking someone whether they're gay is even a strange question in itself, because it's not something that's even thought about as being, oh, you're different in that way. Like that, and these are, you know, the idea of right wing and left wing politics that took centuries to evolve, centuries.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just, and we're in that beginning stages, you know, of, I think, the transgender movement really pushing hard to be accepted all over the place, and any potential resistance is met with such fierce anger, and I understand it. I, as a gay person, would be very angry if I couldn't walk down the road holding the hand of my partner.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make me happy, but we have to take the fact that there are, in sports, you know, person on person, boxing, one on one, that's not an open debate. That's a closed book subject.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I fell out with the
we're
channel
just in that integration period, I think.
because that
So
Khalif, that Khalif bloke, when he knocked that woman out, and I were watching the channel, and the guy actually stood up, went, "Yeah, like this," and I said, "Wait a minute, XY, you're a guy," kind of thing. What?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
disgusting.
I couldn't even
Yeah,
finish
and then-
watching it.
Yeah, and then he just said, "Oh, you know nothing." I've actually got it captured on thing. If ever I wanted to bring his channel down.
Alec, was that the guy that was an ex-Marine?
No, it was a guy called the Sneezing Monkey. He used to do what's names UFO debunks and stuff like that. And I was watching him on a live stream, and yeah, and he actually punched the air like this, and I said, "Wait a minute, XY, you're a guy, like, you know," and you know nothing, you. And I've been following him for about a year, you know what I mean? But his channel did seem to be more and more left leaning. And I'm fairly sure it were taking people onto Discord and indoctrinating them in there, because there are a lot of people in there, like, you know, just stood in corners, if you like, you know, all quiet and that, not knowing what's going off, kind of thing. You know, they seem like the kind of people who are like confused. You know what I mean? And I don't think they're going to get much.
I've got a video about it. I called him out as a cheat. Obviously, it didn't get many views because YouTube was like, "Oh no, we can't be saying that. Facts. How dare you?"
Khalif.
But yeah, I
Khalif.
outed it straight away.
Yeah, Khalif. Yeah.
But absolutely, yeah, Khalifa or something. But
Yeah.
let's have a look. What Sharon? My son is gay and he doesn't agree with pride. He says that it's his private choice and shouldn't be broadcast as different. Just be what you want to be. Just his view.
Absolutely.
That's a sensible
True.
view. That's basically it. That's why I'm saying
I have
genuine
actually stopped
transgender
going to
people.
Pride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I was security.
wait.
once.
Can
I'm not
why
gonna tell
have
you
you
what I
stopped going
saw,
to
but
Pride?
Because of the T in the acronym. I
They've,
do
they've
not want
infiltrated
to
it.
be associated with the LGBT
infiltrated it.
community. And
Yeah.
correct, yeah, I do not want
Yeah.
to be associated with the
Yeah.
LGBT
And it's-
community.
Yeah.
Whilst that acronym is still part of, whilst
Yeah.
that letter is still part of the acronym.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a lot to
but
do
each
with
to their own. Yeah. each to
because
their own.
everybody,
how is-
because
How are you
everybody started.
transgender? Because of your bloody pronouns. Oh, call me Z, some
Yeah.
Humpty bloody Dumpty. Like, that doesn't make you transgender. Again, like I
I
was
know.
saying, it really pees me off. It's an insult to the real transgender people. They
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
don't
And
want
this-
people going down. Look at me, I've just had my balls chopped off. You don't do
Yeah.
that.
I don't think they realise the damage to the transgender community that they're actually doing, because they are
Yeah.
So
so
it-
obsessed
that's
with
because-
getting
innit?
these
Damage.
rights that it doesn't matter who else it affects as long as these rights are acknowledged.
Yeah.
I think
because
that's the problem
Yeah.
that
because
we're moving into.
because we now accept gay people, right,
Mm.
into the community and stuff, and we don't even blink, you know, twice at them. Stonewall have now decided that they couldn't sell so many flags, so they started pushing this trans identifying gender around, so they could sell more stuff and be sponsored for more and more rallies, you see. And that's why the transgender have now infiltrated the pride movements. I think that's a common sense thing that I picked up on YouTube somewhere, you know, someone on about it. I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense, you know, and it is to do with Stonewall. Yeah.
I don't know too much about that, to be honest.
Oh, you
with
want
I'd
to look
need
into
do
that
some-
because
yeah,
they're
I'd
the
need to
root
do
of it.
some research on that one.
They are the root of it. Okay, yeah. Oh, don't
Mm.
worry, I'm not actually calling you a duck. I'm from Nottinghamshire.
No, dude. So I'm like I said, I'm going to be starting my own channel, and I've got a
Yeah.
lot of things that I want to cover.
Yeah.
So
And
maybe looking at the transgender thing is certainly
Stonewall.
in that
Just be
community.
careful.
That would be
Be
a
careful
good.
because
content.
you will get
Stone-
I
silenced
don't
by
care.
YouTube.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Stonewall
but
is,
I'm not doing it
terrible.
to make money off of. I'm not doing it to make money
No,
off
I
of
mean,
YouTube.
for people to see it, just for people to see it
Yeah.
in general. I done that Khalifa boxing video. I've done a transgender video, and that had about 20 views, but all my others had like 300-400. I've done the Bondi Beach regards to the shooting and the Jewish people, and I got a 7-day ban for hate speech. And I was like, what? So you got to be so careful. YouTube's literally going.
Yeah, so the way that
It's right.
I'm going to be posing my content, because they don't seem to get as many blockages in that regard from the research I've done, is via reaction content. So
Okay.
that's where I would watch something for like 10, 20, 30 seconds, pause it, make some commentary.
Yeah, I do
If
reviews
it's
like
if
that.
it's something I feel, if I feel it's irrational what they're saying, then I'll say how I think, blah blah blah. And those sorts of videos don't seem to get these sorts of problems, but I can imagine the problems that are now occurring with the YouTube for the UK are actually down to the safety online, the Online Safety Act. So again, this is another reason why I want to vote Restore, because I think Rupert actually, when the Online Safety Act was due to go up, he was making a lot of noise, the same as Farage, to give him benefit of the doubt. So we'll see.
So Stonewall are actually international, and it's an international charity for Pride, right? So if you look at,
I know who they are. I just wasn't aware of the connection there.
Another good fact producing bit of a film to watch, it is I mean, most people don't like him, but it's Matt Walsh, and that am I a woman? What is a woman? Sorry, if you can get hold of a copy of that, that is excellent. He goes into all of the all of how it came to be and things. Robert Money, I think his name was, and I can't remember the other guy, but they were basically German physicians who chopped the bits off for a lad and said, just bring him up as a woman. He ended up killing himself because he could never fit in properly, right? And that's where it all stems from. Now, we entered World War II, and that got shelved, and then it got picked up again by this other guy, right? And then it got brought into mainstream, chop these off, and they just ignored what the studies actually revealed. It wasn't good.
But that what is a woman that you're talking about? He actually interviews quite a few detransitioners on that as well, and the medicines rotting all their flesh and muscles and everything away.
And of course, all the leftists, like the college guy, you know what I mean? And he's there saying, I don't like where this conversation's going. I want to end this conversation now, kind of thing, And it was terrible. And like they're all, like a woman who's a man, and he's there saying, oh yeah, we need to do this to kids, and then what they teach in the kids in schools and stuff, under sixes and stuff like 6-year-olds, what they teach in them, and it's just kids will work it out themselves. I think you should leave the gay and stuff until they're older, until they're about 15, 14, rather than 6.
But with that, I think that is still a little bit too late. And the reason for that is because, let's be honest about this, it's not a pleasant subject to talk about, but it's a necessity. I started first having, attractions, I shall say, from maybe like 10, 12. I, started to fancy people. Didn't quite understand what it meant or any of that. I just knew that I really liked that person. So, when I was at school, I left in the year 2000, and when I was at school, we had sex education, and that ran from year 7 to year 11, which is between the category of when I, as a young individual, are starting to grow into who I am as a person and understanding who I am, for
Yeah.
then at 16 to be able to then make some sort of decision as to, do I want to sleep with women? Do I want to sleep with men? You know, what do I feel is me? Like, how is someone supposed to arrive at that opinion in a safe manner if they haven't been taught, you know, this is what being gay is, this is what, because I didn't know what being, I didn't even know gay was a thing when I was 10 years old. Like, it was just one of those terms, oh, shut up, you gay. Like, that's all being gay was when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I think we shouldn't be putting it across in promotion of going out and having sex. It's education. It's not promotion of, you know,
Yeah.
wrong behavior for someone of that age group. So I feel it's a necessity, but I'm not a parent. I'm going from my own experience and what helped me with knowing who I am, and
Yeah.
sex education was a vital part of that growing up.
Yeah.
You know, to putting the condom on a banana and all of that, we need to be teaching our children how to stay safe, but we need to be doing it in an educational way, not in a promotion of a, you know, we're encouraging you to go out and have sex sort of way, which is, I think, where it's going. Like, why look at you know, kids today wearing lipstick and makeup, and the kids weren't doing that when I was a child. Do you know, like when I was 10, 12, there were, I mean, there were a few, but they were known as the slutty ones, or the, you know, the guys that slept around loads if they were behaving in a certain way. Like, I don't know how to word it other than I just think that we need to remove the focus from, you know, encouragement down back to just education.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
gay. Yeah, fine. Gay. Teach people that those kind of feelings, you know, are a thing. Yeah. Whereas when a boy starts playing with dolls as like a 6-year-old, and then they say, "Oh, your child could very well
Yeah, I
be
don't agree with that.
transgender." That's what I don't agree with. Yeah, yeah,
Same.
yeah. Obviously,
Same.
teach same sex.
Yeah.
No, not same sex, but you know, safe sex. I mean, not same, but you know,
Safe sex,
I kind of also mean same sex, but don't push it down people's throats, kind of thing. You know, yeah, like they are doing in these school books nowadays. You know, getting it to 6-year-olds and that. I think that is a little bit too young, really. A lot.
Yeah,
too young.
exactly. See, that's the thing, though. Most people today don't have a problem, but in the West, anyway, with homosexuality, it's this trans ideology and kids getting taught at school and their books. That's when it's going too far.
Yeah, and then you need to get your things, your bits and bobs chopped off, and then have all these gender hormones things that you'll be stuck on for the rest of your life. So as you know, Pfizer or whoever it is makes that hormone drug, can keep getting their money off it. It's obvious that it's all a big money making scam. You know, from all the drugs that you then need to keep yourself.
And the pharmaceutical companies are loving it.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
of
that's
course.
what I mean.
Yeah, of course.
I
And
mean,
the surgeons, I mean, they get paid enough money as well. Yeah, there's lots of beneficiaries from a money perspective, but I just think it's really sad. The state of the world, the whole effing world is in a really sad state of affairs. So, but yeah, I just want to say a quick shout out to Slime. Thanks for the sub, bro. That's epic. Thank you. You're my first subscriber. Much appreciated. I'm gonna hop off now and maybe let someone else
I'm
come
gonna be
on and have a
wrapping
chat.
up.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
thanks very
okay.
much.
We're live
great,
tomorrow as well. We're live tomorrow
great,
at
okay.
7, and the one on Thursday is literally open mic. Literally come up and we can talk about absolutely anything you like. So if you're up for that tomorrow, 7 o'clock onwards, then jump in and I'll advertise your channel again and whatnot. I will subscribe in a minute, but I've got about 3 different windows open. But I will follow your
dude, you're all good. Like, I haven't even produced any content yet, so like I massively
You've got to get
appreciate
subscribers
just
ready.
even the chat is nice. So
I'll sub
thanks,
as well. I'll sub as well, as long as you're not pushing any of this tranny stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I
Um,
just
also,
don't see the need for it. Like, you know, I as a gay person can't scream homophobia at every time something doesn't go my way that would fall in the favor of me being gay. You know, like, oh,
Okay.
I can't say, oh, my boss is being homophobic because they're telling me I've done a bad job with my job. Do you know, that's just ridiculous. Like, we need to drop these mentalities of that sort of behavior is okay,
Yeah.
because it's not okay. It's actually damaging the movements that have
Yeah.
fought very hard to get where they are.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to say that being gay is legal, that's fine for you to do. You can't then, as a gay person, say, you know, wave the homophobia card at every opportunity you get. It's a disgraceful behavior, and I absolutely reject anyone that thinks that is okay behavior, because it's not.
Yeah.
So, and same for the
Exactly.
trans people and everyone. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, have a great
okay.
day. Thanks for the conversation. I'm going to jump off.
Nice
See ya.
meeting
Yeah.
you.
Email me.
Nice meeting you.
Email me if there's anything you want to talk about. We can do a show. I can have you up, and you and I can have a chat and whatnot. If there's anything
Yeah,
you
that'd
want
be
to talk,
great, bro.
let me
That'd
know.
be great.
And then it's a good way of people getting to see you, hear you, and go, right, we prefer her to the Wiz. Let's go and subscribe. And they get you.
No, I don't want that. I don't want to pull subscribers. So the idea of the channel that I've got, just for anyone who's listening, I'm looking to do explorative content from a reactional point of view. So, you know, we're asking questions on immigration. So then I want to use, you know, actual content to explore whether that immigration is a good or a bad idea. To try and take the narrative in a more educational way, but something that actually gets the information across. It's going to be right-wing focused, but it's geopolitical. I want to cover everything going on in the world, because it all affects everyone. Everything. And just for anyone that out
And
there
legal
that
migration.
anyone out there that hates Israel, I just want to make one thing very clear. If Israel falls, Christianity will be next. You might want to take that into account. So, that's everything in the world affects everything around us. So,
Palestine doesn't exist. It's Judea and Samaria, land of the Jews.
Palestine, right? Okay, that's like an hour discussion, mate. On that one.
We can talk about that tomorrow.
Let me just put it this way. One small caption to leave people thinking: Palestine is spelt Palastine. Palestine. If it was a Arabic word, it would be spelled PH, not PA, because they don't have PA, the phonetic of P, in the Arabic alphabet. They only have the phonetic of F, pharaoh, photo, phone. They don't have P. Palestine was a term that was coined by the Romans, and it was actually a bit of a slander, towards a group of people that didn't really fit in. They were Arabized Jews, to put it bluntly. They were Jewish people that had been Arabized by the Arabs with Islam. So, and
it doesn't exist. You're preaching to the choir.
If Palestine wants to put down if Palestine want to put down the Israel has no right to exist card, then I will quite happily welcome Palestine to the table. But until they do that, no, they do not have a right to exist. Sorry, period. End of discussion from my perspective. But
thanks very much.
Same page. We're on the same page.
Have a great day, guys. I love it. Peace out, bro.
You too. Thank you very much. Take it easy. Stay safe.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, see ya.
Oh, by the way, guys, right?
Lovely young lady.
Absolutely, but don't go searching for that particular hashtag, okay? On YouTube, exploratory lesbian, right? You're not going to find a channel by looking for that, even though that's what she didn't actually coin that phrase there, right? You're on the wrong channel to be looking for that kind of hashtag. Looking, have you good news, bad news?
She called Slim Slime. I did chuckle. I didn't correct her.
I know.
Hey, the real Slim Shady is the real Slime Shady. But the channel's good news, bad news, folks. You heard her. But hopefully she'll come back tomorrow. I'll tell you, she's fascinating to talk to.
There
Isn't
you
it
go.
nice?
She's quite
People got
based.
education and they're
Mm.
based. They talk sense, and do you know what I mean? Oh, I love people like that. It's excellent. So hopefully she'll be here tomorrow night as well. But it'll be excellent. But Drew, you didn't really get to say much, mate.
I know, but I didn't want to come on my first time and get called a misogynist and everything for telling a woman to shut up so I can talk.
Oh, well, by not doing that,
I'm
you're a
only kidding.
misogynist.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
But like I said, tomorrow night we've got open mic as well. So literally, like I let you run the show tomorrow night, you the viewers. So you know, if you said, oh, there's this story, we'll look it up and we'll talk about it. So
To be fair though, it was interesting getting her perspective.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mm.
She saw my bad, sorry, Slim. He's a real slime shady. Oh, it's funny. But yeah, see, everyone just makes friends here. I love it. See, who needs
if
to
it's
have
open-
a life and go out when
if-
you've got people like this online?
If it's open mic tomorrow, does that mean I can sing like Barry White? You're the
No.
first.
You can talk,
You're my
but you ain't
last.
singing.
Karaoke night.
everything.
Oh,
Hello, children.
you
Chef.
can't find a channel. I think it's at YT_GNBN. She's just commented in the chat, Rapato.
Right.
So copy that and then go and subscribe. Happy days.
Well,
So,
I could right click. I'll right click. I shall right click. I shall go to her channel. Oh, I can't in here.
You're just going to spy on some
yeah.
lesbians.
yeah. We did Vicious. It was about Restore because Rupert Lowe commented regards to a man and a woman and what trans, and just because a man puts on lipstick and a dress doesn't mean he's actually a woman. So that's what sort of led into that conversation. So yeah, it was all sort of relevant, but there'll be probably more Rupert and Restore tomorrow, I expect, because we're back on at 7 o'clock and 1 o'clock during the day for some top news stories. But yeah, it was about what Rupert tweeted. So yeah, happy days. Oh, Nikki's new sub to Ace, excellent. Yeah, good. At least she can have a few subscribers before she does her thing. But it's happy days.
Mhm.
But has anybody got any last words? I didn't realise we've been going 2 hours 40 minutes here. Probably bored everyone to death. Are you all alive? Defibrillator. Anything you want to say, Drew?
There you go. Posting link.
No, I'm good.
That works.
Well, happy days, happy days.
That link works.
In fact,
program.
there is something I want to say. Thank you for having me on. Of course.
That's right, mate. You're welcome to come back tomorrow. I'll let you talk more, though. Classic. That was classic. Comes up, gets to say like about 6 things, and that's it. And the rest of us
we're
are
not-
just talking up verbal diarrhea.
We're not on
No,
the side
so-
a bit scared by your Scottish accent, by the way. So we
know.
expect to see
Well-
more of you, Drew.
For a while, I was trying to get my mic sorted. As soon as I could hear, I heard her going on about the trans stuff, and I thought, "Oh shit, here we go." I'm going to get an argument here, but no, she was nice.
I think she
Yeah,
listens and
sure.
understands. I mean, she's a bit
Yeah.
more of a what you call a realist. I think she actually genuinely understands people, and from her experience and that. Like, her feet are still on the ground, aren't they? It's not all like I'm a victim, and she wants to play the hurt person all the time. She's totally opposite to that. So
Yeah.
it was great. But yeah, okay, right. You to rat. I was supposed to have taken my meds at 9. I didn't realise the time. So well, I got told off that I didn't for not sticking to the thing. But I mean, the trans come up in the tweet, and that's what we were talking about. So it was relevant. So, and it's my show, and I said it. Yeah, end
There you
of.
go.
Interesting show. Yes, it was. And tomorrow, 7 o'clock, open mic. Talk about what you like. Bring it up. Happy days.
Wes,
But
I
I'm
have
back
a
at 1 o'clock.
question.
Oh, go for it.
How the hell do I get out of this?
Chuck yourself
I-
out that big red button. There's a big red button to throw yourself out.
If you can't do it, I can
Oh yeah,
remove
we
you.
used to do. Got it.
See you,
I
Drew.
don't wanna-
I'll catch you
Wow.
tomorrow, man.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Have a good
But
one.
it's all good. Take it easy, mate. Live the dream. That's what I say. But yeah, happy days. Yes, that was interesting. I know it sort of went off, but it's still relevant to the tweet. So I'm
Yes,
happy with
it's
that.
all
Good. And it was a good
interesting stuff.
discussion, and an open, honest discussion. So look, everyone's subscribing to Ace as well to give her a sort of launch pad when she does it. So yeah, that's what I like. That's what it's all about. So you know, if the show goes off on a so be it. Isn't that right, Rich?
That's right. Yeah, do that.
Excellent. Tomorrow, I can't remember what I'm talking about. I think it's Khamenei, his son. He's a bit limp. He had to come to Britain and that, and something else. But yeah, get ready for that 1 o'clock, and then Thursday evening at 7. Whatever you want to talk about, guys. Anything in the news or anything, just like in the chat, say whatever it is, and then we'll talk about it. So it's going to be literally open. We're going to do every single Thursday. You guys can run the show.
Right,
I think
I'm going to
that's
throw
fair.
myself out, Wiz. See you, guys.
All
See
right,
you guys.
no worries. Take it easy.
Cheers,
See you tomorrow.
Be good.
Take it easy, public. Take it easy. Oh, happy days. Yeah, that's when we're live up there. But yeah, I think Thursday's 7 p.m. show is all about you guys. How about that? Yep. You do that, Vicious. You're more than happy. You know, we don't all agree, but we all have an adult conversation. We debate and that. But if there's any like personal insults, I've got quite a few mods, and they just delete people and time them out for 5-10 minutes, and then longer if they don't learn the lesson. But that's all it is, mate. But yeah, you don't have to agree with us. Don't have to agree with us at all. But you know, we're all open to debate. Tomorrow is a call-in as well. You know, the 7 p.m. show. So if there's anything you want to talk about, come up, have your say. We'll have a wee little chat, and we'll get to know each other. That's what it's all about. So happy days. So yeah, that's what. That's all good. So whatever's in the news, do you want to talk about it tomorrow? Not a problem, or anything else. So thanks for being here, Sharon. Appreciate it. I do see you in, I think Paul Thorpe, I think is where I see you. But I don't normally sort of go into the chat too much, because people then say, "Hi, where's this?" No, sometimes it goes mental, not all the time. And then by the time I look at Paul Thorpe, I'm like, I didn't know what you said for the last 10 minutes. I've been too busy messaging going, "Hi everyone, hi everyone." I'm a nightmare. I don't like to be rude and not reply. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, but yeah, I appreciate you sharing about your son as well. It's happy days. But at least he's being himself. That's what life's all about. You know, whatever you are, who cares? Own it. Be it, own it, live it. Happy days. So thank you very much, every single one of you in chat. I hope to see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock, talking about some new stuff. And then Thursday night, you guys run the show. Happy days. So yes, like I say at the end of every single live stream ever, that is the Wizard's words.